Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're talking about growth. What I say? Growth and what? Trust and growth. So trust and growth is about to be a great topic because we about to talk about trust and growth, and I feel like a narcissist in your life, whether it be a mother or a friend or whatever, their main role is to ensure that you lose trust in the universe. I figured it out. I figured it out. The main role in narcissism is to make sure that you lose faith in the universe, Mother Nature, right? Your walk with Mother Nature. Because your walk with Mother Nature has everything to do with trust. Your trust, your percentage of trust makes you an adult instantaneously. That's the one thing I could wish for my kids to do is trust themselves. If I got to pass away and I have a daughter, the one thing I could do is wish for her to have in this universe is trust. Because trust is a word that somebody from my high school, a friend, used to talk about, and I never used to really listen. Like I heard them, but I didn't actually take it in. I just heard. But the word trust was like it's on the dollar bill. We know that. But we don't understand how it connects to the matrix, the universe, and everything alike. But we know now. We know now that you will be either elevated or attacked based off of your level of trust. And so what you will find is that your narcissistic parents or whoever, the first thing they want to attack in your life is your trust. Because your trust, not only for yourself, but for your environment, for the world, and how you connect to the environment and how you connect to the world is everything. You got to trust yourself first. And so you have to connect with people. And that goes deep, you know what I'm saying? That connection. Like sometimes I feel like I trust myself, and sometimes I feel out of that. Like I feel like sometimes I feel on that. Like I trust myself right now, the universe and everything. Everything feel connected and linked, and then somehow the reception just gets to playing around, right? But I know that that has a lot to do with the chakras, the energy level. If you eat something right off the rip, if you eat something bad for you, it will automatically shift or transmute or alchemize your energy to a different. You know, it's just common sense. I talk about it every day. You're either going on this graph, you're either going left or right. Whenever you eat grapes, oranges, apples, any fruit or vegetables, you're going right. Well, really not any vegetables, but you eat a lot of fruits and stuff, you're going right. When you're fasting, you're doing quantum leaps. When you eat soda, chips, candy, shrimp, you're making quantum leaps visually. See, it works. The negatives work different than the positive. The positive, because we live in a matrix, so the negative is already wanted for you. People want it for you. If everybody wanted you to succeed the way most people probably want you to lose, you wouldn't even have the issues you have. The issues are coming from what? Inadequacy of what? Support. So whenever you play a game against somebody who's supported when you're not supported, it's unfair. It's an unfair advantage. It's not even really fair at all. And so a lot of people want you to stay unspiritual because they know that they can't deal with a spiritual person. They know that. It's the secret. They know that they can't really handle a spiritual person. And when I say spiritual, what did I just say when I started? trusting the universe. Tapped in, understanding what mean what, the symbols, the signs. What's going on, Miss Nat? What's going on, Miss Nat? I'm talking about trust and growth because I noticed that narcissism really tries to unearth you. Now, I did not know you were live. I would have stopped by. When were you live? Because what was I just doing? I know I just did a little short. I just made a short, but before I made that short, I think I was listening to something on YouTube. I think it was like a spiritual. It was like a spiritual thing. But what happened that nah, I did see you send me a message, but I thought that was from yesterday. I ain't gonna lie, cause you said you was gonna send it by yesterday, right? I did see it though, but I'm like, oh, I missed it. She sent that yesterday. Oh, okay. Well, you know, Nat, we go live. We go live every day. So I'm a. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. You really be my main like supporter. Like a lot of people don't show up for me either. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still talking. I'm here talking to myself for real. Like until people, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like at the end of the day, to go back to the topic, trust and growth. Trust and growth. They gonna come, Nat. They gonna come. No pun intended. But they are gonna come. If you keep stimulating. This is the matrix. I said earlier the matrix is, and the synonym for matrix is womb. The synonym for matrix is womb. Womb is the synonym, the other synonym was uterus. The matrix is gonna break like a pinata. You just gotta stay firm. And this is why I named this title Trust and Growth, because I'm at a transitional point in my life and I understood it. All my life I never understood it. I never understood it, Miss Nat. I knew that, hey, I went in my room, quote unquote my room, probably 5 minutes ago. I walked back there. My mom's not here right now, so it's peaceful. But I walked into the back room. I said to myself, oh man, I was out here just chilling for hours. I said, let me go in my room and charge my phone instead of stay out here. And I went in the room and I see the blinds, the curtains are up. And I said, damn, it's the third day in a row. She's starting to make it a pattern to go in my room and to move the she's going in there. Cause like she has this complex where she gotta pump her chest out and show men that she's a man and that we're not. So like I was just shocked. Like I'm like, damn, like I know the type of spirit and personality she got, but she's this the part that got me. I'm like, bro, whenever you check your mom on something, she's not respecting it. But if you do it the right way, she will stop. Or she'll let you know like, okay, I won't do it. Sometimes she will kiss the ring. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the time I'm finding out like, bro, like she's she's toying with you. But she's doing it so that you lose spirit. She don't want you to be spiritual. Because the spirit is something you can humiliate a soul by keep doing something. Because you know I'm not gonna put my hands on it. It's my mom. She's a woman. On top of it, she knows like, okay, this guy he won't go that far. But she knows like, okay, a boyfriend or somebody else I'm dating really will put an end to everything I'm doing. But because I'm her son, she thinks like, okay, I could test him, but it's like it's off of our past history. Like, cause I used to be a really nice boy and stuff like that. But growing up, I started to be more like deliberate about like, okay, I don't want you to touch this, that. But she feel like it's a facade. I could tell, cause right now where we're at, yeah, I just gotta ignore. Cause right now where we're at, she thinks that she can unearth me as a man. She thinks she can feminize. She thinks she can. She thinks that she can keep going in there touching stuff, and I'm gonna just yell and get mad. But in her mind, her sick, twisted mind, she's thinking, even if he checked me, he's still stressing himself out. So I'm gonna keep doing little dumb stuff here and there, and then when he yell, I'm gonna ignore him, and he gonna feel stupid. I'm gonna go in the room, talk on the phone loud, and talk about, yeah, these kids are like this, and they should have finished school, or they should do that. She gonna go on a rampage on and why? To detour me away from ever checking her again because it just didn't work. And in fact, not only did it not work, but it's the reason why you're now stressed out instead of her. But see, I understand how narcissism is meant to tug on your heart and pull your soul out. And it's meant to just abuse you and keep you stagnant. But I understood it because even earlier when I was like moving around, she was like, where you going? She don't really typically ask me that. But I understood because I feel like she was trying to see naturally really where I was going. She's used to me being around. But the thing about her is she's needy. Like she think I'm her son who's gonna always just be there. But she don't understand that. But through YouTube now, we really growing this time. We really growing because I never had a spiritual life. So even though I'm a man, so she knows she can't beat me up physically. Even though women will try sometimes, but they know they can't. But then they'll try to get you logically. But then they'll notice he is smart. He not stupid. But now I got to get him emotionally because most men they're good with they're not all stupid and they're not weak because they're men physically. But is he able to catch on to how I can emotionally abuse him? Like, so if I raise my voice randomly, or like how the other day she tried to drive off in the car, what do you want from me? Do you want something? Like, she was trying to get me to talk and be like, yeah, can you bring me to do this? She was trying to make me humiliate myself instead of her just saying, yeah, I did earlier tell him that my boyfriend was coming home at 3. And so she tried to switch the whole narrative at that moment. And I'm looking at her like, bro, that's some clown shit. So I'm like, just, I'd rather you just drive off. And so when we get like that in them type of situations, I noticed that it's a tug of war. So it's like for me, if anything, I just got to keep working on my path. My path is going to break people. It's not me telling them what to do because at the end of the day, as soon as she opened her mouth and say, this is my house, everybody in America is going to agree with her. It don't matter what she did, what she said. It don't matter what the argument was. It don't matter how much emotional incest. It don't matter how disrespectful. Soon as she talking on the phone, yeah, but this is my house. Everybody got to shut the fuck up. All her friends, my grandfather, my sister, my niece and nephew, everybody who we know, they're not going to want to pick her side. It's going to be no choice. So I found like, bro, I was talking to myself, I'm like, it's a lot of kids, 17, 18, they already moved out. They already got roommates. I said, you know what? Everything, little thing she do is a distraction. Every little thing she do is really a distraction for her. She not here right now. She's at my cousin's crib and stuff like that. She's at a cookout, really some type of cookout. But like even doing that is a let me tell you what type of person I'm dealing with right now. Even doing that is a slight. Let me tell you why that's a slight. Because the last time she went to the cookout, I don't really hang with this side of the family too much. I don't really hang with none of my family, to be honest. But they be wanting to hang with me, but I'll be like, nah, I'm good, right? But my mom went there. Now that day she also pissed me off because she called me back later that night, right next to the folks, right? Feel me? So they was like, I love you, talking to me and stuff. I'm like, damn, why would she call me? It just don't make sense. But like, even that, but then look, today, so that day she brought home some cookout food. And I ain't gonna lie, Miss Nat. I went in the fridge and I ate that thing. Shout out to 3 viewers. That's my fault. I went in the fridge and I ate the cookout food, and it was a 9 out of. It was a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 10. So my cousin's mom made something, and it was good. You know, rib, steak, and you know I'm a vegetarian, but I had to cheat, and I had to cheat that day. So what ended up happening was like it was like my but now she thinks she know what I like to eat. So she'll get on the phone again and be like, yeah, that food was good. You should do another cookout. Da 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 da. I'm telling you how I'm trying to get you to realize how bored she be and what
Okay.
lengths she'll go to keep me and her next to each other. But see, what I found is that because this was the thing that made me think my mom evil is because she'll do things based off my weaknesses. And I don't think a man should have weaknesses, but every human being has some form of a weaker point. And she knows that I don't got food, I don't got money to buy food. She know I don't got a job right now. So what she'll do is she'll pull my guitar string. So she'll be like, okay, I know what. Every time she figure out something I make like to eat, she buys it and puts it in the house. Now, from the average American psychology, they'll be like, that's regular. She's just looking out for you. But I'm telling you, she's not. She's buying it so I could become dependent on her versus for me to actually stay on my path. Because I noticed that whenever I just walk out the house or go do something, just like earlier when I was walking out, she was like, where you going? I'm like, what? Why are you asking me where I'm going? I said, it's none of your, I said, like we started talking a little bit, then I was like, it's none of your business where I'm going. But she didn't even, it's almost like I woke her up when I said that because she felt like it was okay to ask me that personal question, but in therapy, that's too much enmeshment, right? So we're too close. You're asking me where I'm going, and I'm well above 20 years old. So it really ain't none of your business. Like awesome, like not even on disrespectful time. It's like absolutely none of your business. And I think she had to hear that too, to wake up to see like. Cause then she was like, well, when I go places, you ask me sometime, and I'm like, I do. And then she's like, yeah. She's like, well, I'm gonna just start saying it's none of your business. And I'm like, bro, you're like, so, and you see what I'm saying? Like, for you to be 50 something years old and doing tit for tat is crazy. But that's the type of human that we're up against. And I'm being nice with the word human, but I'm saying that's the type of individual that you're up against when you're just around someone who be bored. And everything in their life is about, it has something to do with you. When they get on the phone, they want to talk about you. It's like, that's crazy to me. Like, so for me, I made a video just now on my channel talking about like keeping your information to yourself. And yeah, I'm talking to y'all about stuff that I don't gotta even share that, but I feel like with YouTube, I love YouTube enough to just be honest. Like you feel me? I feel like it's a healthy space. I ain't saying it's a safe space. I'm saying it's a healthy space. It's like a canvas with a paintbrush. And then I leave room because people could tell me if I'm wrong or right or who's right and wrong. So I like that feedback too. But either way it go, my view is really sharp and it's really my view. Because I honestly, I've been dealing with this woman all my life. And I feel like she wasn't like this at first. But what it was she was always potential to be this. But because it's my mom, of course I'm gonna miss it. Like I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that. But now that I'm grown and I know what cycle look like and crazy look like, it's weird because I'm like, bro, like you act like I'm your boyfriend or something. Like you act like because you like I know I'm handsome, but like why are you acting like this? Because you really need to learn life too. Just because she's 50 don't mean she know life. And I had to realize that. A lot of the time she be trying to find out what the next job she want to get or the next car. Like she be trying to figure things out, and it be like, okay, I need to really separate myself because she's not gonna do it. Well, it's her house, so she's definitely not gonna do it. And it's like I just noticed. And another thing that last but not least, whenever I'll get up and start to move and go out the house, like today, where are you going? Right? She's out the house. It's a pattern. I've been noticing this for the last probably. 4 years that every time I'm in the house, she's just gonna lay around and slough around on the phone and raise her voice like she did earlier, and that. And then when I got out the house, she's gonna set up plans to get up and get out the house. And like I told you, it's more of a soul attack, if anything, at that point. It's not really a attack on. It's not a logical thing. Like you can't logicalize it and be like, oh, this is like why they do that. And this is why. It's more of like a. If you're in that seat, you know exactly what they're doing, and you know that you gotta separate yourself. You gotta protect your soul. You gotta protect your soul, and because your soul is the thing that protects you in the universe, in my opinion. Like the universe, you're protected. You gotta protect your soul because your soul is the thing that's gonna allow the universe to plug in. You gotta be plugged into the universe, like emotionally plugged in. You can't have nobody around you emotionally abusing you. So everything she did was emotional abuse. Like going in my room, touching the blinds, touching that's emotional abuse. Because you know that I wouldn't approve. You're not slow. I told you 25 times. I don't like when you do X, Y, and Z. I tell you 25 times. I'm a vegetarian. I like to eat this way, that way. And yeah, I make mistakes. You feel me? But my mistakes are not vantage points for you to say, oh well, you eat this way anyway. You might as well eat some more. You kids kill me trying to act like you're a vegetarian. You know good and well that you ate this and you eat that, and if I bring this home, you'll eat that. Because what they're trying to do is like a dog that shitted on the floor. You're trying to rub his face in the shit. Like, smell that. You're not a real vegetarian. Smell that. They're trying to break your spirit so that you don't. They know if you spend enough time away from them, you're going to absolutely be a vegetarian. They know if you spend enough time from them, you're gonna absolutely have a wife and kids. They know everything they talk shit about on the phone in front of you to try to devalue you to their friends or whoever. They know if you get away from them, you're gonna automatically have that stuff. Like the universe is waiting to give it to you. They know that the universe. Every time I don't, like I told you that when I left a situation from my sister's house when I was around the nut the first time, she was trying to stress me out, and I went to Charlotte. I went to New Hampshire. I was literally like, yo, this is like a breath of fresh air. That the sun was shining. It was nice air, nice grass all around, beautiful teachers. I was flirting with teachers and shit. I'm like, yo, I'm a totally different person in this fish tank than I was in that last fish tank. So I was able to see the difference in environments. And I'm like, yo, my mom's really a pest. You know what I'm saying? Really pessimistic. Like, I ain't gonna say, no disrespect, because I'm still gonna keep the respect even, well, I shouldn't, but because I feel like the way people tested me, bro, like, to be honest, it's like, I'm not trying to violate, but it's like I got to for my own sake. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they really violated based on the treatment. Based on the treatment, because only a monster or a sick-minded individual would look at someone like me and want to ruin my soul or spirit or mind or more so turn me into a slave of a situation than to just be like, oh, like that's my son. I'm going to more so be a lady about it with class and just realize like, hey, okay, let me just. But see, women in America not like that. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not just saying all women, but like a lot of women, they're not gonna give you that benefit. If you don't work and you don't got your stuff in order, they're not gonna give you that. So I can't even really. That's why I say like I take full responsibility. Like even though circumstances is unfair, shit not fair, but it's like I want to win, so I gotta take accountability. I'm not gonna let no sucker move me away from my destiny like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be tapped in with it. Like I said, you gotta be tapped in with your soul, with your heart, because these fools are gonna go in the room, touch the blinds, move the blinds, because they hoping that they can make you mad, or they're hoping that they can move you. You know what I'm saying? They're hoping that they can move you, because if they move you, then it's like, okay, he's not going nowhere. If he eat my food still, he's not going nowhere. You don't know how many times she told me, I bought the food so you can eat it. You don't know how many times in the same voice coming from this lady. Yeah, this boy, I told him, don't touch my, he going in the fridge touching my food. You need to get a job, da 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 da. But in the same breath, if I don't touch the food and I start to fast, yeah, like Nat, you was a looker of this the other day. She said, you look like you starving, like you about to die. I'm saying it's nothing. It's nothing beautiful. There's nothing attractive about playing with the mind of your son. It's something attractive if you could do that to guys your age. That might be more attractive. But to play with someone who's 20 something years old in a scenario where it's more so incest than it is actually game or running game on anybody. It's like I have a son and I'm about to play with his mind for fun. Because the system's got my back and not his. He's a young black man. So, but what I found is, like I said, I'm not even going to feed in, because it's like, bro, like, people gonna get their karma, bro. I don't even care. I don't even care. A lot of these, man, I ain't gonna go too deep on it, man. Cause, bro, how much am I gonna talk about it? If it's the same story, every black man know what's going on. It's the same story every time, bro. Like, some people got better mothers than others. Some people mothers are smarter than others. Some people mothers is not cornballs. They don't find esteem in putting men down and all that stuff. Every situation different, bro. So I don't expect to be felt on everything I said. Every situation different. So like, I just know with me, like I said, and me specifically, uh, growth can only happen through consistency, persistency. So you gotta kill the distractions and just continue to do everything I've been doing. I already been working on myself. I already got things in motion. And that's why I'm saying, like, you could be having your life in motion, but as soon as you lose trust, the theology, I like your question, you know what I'm saying? Very, very nice question. Uh, but I'm gonna say this real quick and I'm gonna answer your question. This video called Trust. I think it's called Trust and Growth. And I could probably tie this to what you just asked. Like, your growth is the step. Period. If you know about quantum physics, you know about quantum, you know about energy. Everything is energy. So when we talk about steps, what do you mean exactly by steps? Because I said I'm taking the steps first. But what I meant by that is, like, not physical. I'm taking physical steps because I move my feet every day. I move around. I mingle. I talk to women. I make videos. I go places. I try to be more social with friends and my social ability. I use apps to meet extra friends, to make more friends. And what I mean by it is, like, socially becoming more, and it's more than that. I'm into like housing and apartments like type deal. Like I'm talking to somebody right now is trying to get a roommate and stuff like that. A lot of women. It's like I'm being personable with people more than I ever have. Like my mom got used to me being her son and her son alone with one girlfriend, right? That if we broke up, now that's the news of the family. Whenever she's, yeah, and I seen her on Facebook and she should have never broke up with my son because my son looks better than this guy. And like it's like it's like I said in the last video, your privacy is all you got. They didn't teach us how to adult the right way. So all these older people got caught up in my business. Like, listen, I was just about to leave the crib earlier, and my mom talking about where you going? What you? I said we talked for like a little bit in between that. Then I said it's none of your business where I'm going. And then she didn't even really get mad because she knew it was true. But she knew I was gonna be a fool based on treatment, how she treats me. She knew I was gonna be a sucker to tell it where I was going, or even to entertain the question. Some people just are always testing you, bro. Like that's really what this is. Like, and people are taught that it's okay to test, right? In society, we're taught that women are gonna test men all the time and this and that. That's not true. We grow up watching Gina and Martin and Martin getting tested by that woman, that sexy black woman. But guess what? What I'm saying is, yeah, women gonna test men, but it's to a certain extent. Everybody gonna test everybody to a certain extent. But when you're a narcissist, you're gonna push that shit every day like it's a 9 to 5. Yes, that's what I meant by that. Like, what physical steps to remove yourself from addiction? Physical, getting my ID that when I moved back from Charlotte, because I already was out here in the world, right? I already was out. I already had roommates. I had a job down south, Charlotte. But I didn't really take that opportunity. I wasn't done growing into my greatest version of myself. I was still finding myself. So it's like I was given a beautiful outlet away from the narc, but I felt like it wasn't right. So a lot of the hunches I was getting was like, bro, like, like this ain't really the situation you want to be in forever, but it's cool for now. The problem was that I didn't have enough game to like I had game with women, but I didn't have game with social and like I made a couple friends, but I wasn't able to really the way I'm gamed up today to be able to really put things together. Like I would take my job and I would have hosted events. Like my YouTube channel wasn't where it is today with subscribers. Nowhere near. It was like at 200 or something. And I was down there and I was trying to post little videos, but I didn't really know my niche yet, my niche, whatever. And it was so many things that was kind of like disrupting my soul. As far as how, I hate living with younger guys. Like my cousin a little younger than me, the roommate was like 20. And I felt like, I feel like I don't feel like people always be testing me because everybody don't do it. But I feel like respect is a huge thing in society, period. Like, and we all could agree on that. So I feel like if I'm paying my way, then I'm going to get the respect that I deserve. Unless I'm living with my mom. Because I feel like even if I pay, she's still going to find a way to she's going to respect it because she's like, okay, he's paying now. I got to tighten up. But it's going to be I just don't want to live with her no more. And that's kind of what it was down south too. It was like, yeah, I'm making money, but my cousin helped me get that first job. Then I worked as a security guard. But what I'm saying all this to say to you is that when I came back here to my hometown, I came back with the mindset like, okay, I'm gonna just get a job. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna stay on that in that flow, right? I get back. My mom got a boyfriend that he used to already live with us, but They broke up. So when I left, he wasn't here, and then when I came back, now he's here. And then, so it was already a funny energy about that. From not only now, it wasn't coming from me too much, but I felt like it was like for him, it was like dang, like he was here when he was younger, and he left, and now that I left, and now that I came back, now he coming back. I thought he was down south. What's the deal? But so my mom was low key trying to like move on and like live her best life. So I gotta say on that behalf, I might be the the rotten egg of that situation. But really, when I came back, my goal was to get better on at YouTube and just to figure things out. Uh, I had this weird inkling that YouTube was gonna take off, but did it take off in the time I expected it to? Hell no. But also, did I post the quality of content that I felt like deserved that? Hell no. Yes. How did you know that? Oh yeah, is it on my Facebook or something? But when I got home, this is the weird part. This is the woo woo part. This is the voodoo part, right? This is the voodoo part. I got home. It was a question. But how would you? But why would you guess Connecticut though? So here's the weird part. Here's the weird part, right? Um, I had came home and I was actually actively trying to get jobs, right? So I had an interview at Target. I had an interview at the car dealership. I had interviews going, right? What ends up happening is I get out the car after a car lot interview. I get out the car to go into the dollar store. I go into the dollar store and then my and some I don't know where my ID went. It just was gone. Never to be found again. Just gone. And I didn't have a dollar to my name at the time. So it took me a window of time to get my life together. And this is why this video is about spirituality, because I didn't understand what was going on. And I never understood like how demons work and stuff. And I honestly feel like someone try to steal my identity. And I don't know exactly who it is, but I know there's a lot of people in my life that are funny people, like weird people, like people who come from crooked lifestyle like situations. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm out here, man. Like, but I love to travel, so I'm really not trying to. Like North Carolina was, to me, it was like a eye opener. It was a lot of technology. Like they've been fixing it up. It just looked dope out there, and it made me think like, man, like as soon as I start getting checks, I'm not staying here. I tell my mom that all the time. Like she think I'm playing with this YouTube stuff, or now she don't think it no more. She know I'm serious, not right now, but for a while she was really like, "This is gonna take forever." Da da da. It's like, bro, I'm about to get my ID in the mail. It's coming. Grab that, and that's what I've been just trying to tell you. I'm finally getting it. It's been about a year actually. Like just posting on YouTube. A lot of people would be like, "Bro, you crazy because you could have been got a job and did this and that," and that's true. But I think that where I'm at is, I do feel uncertainty sometimes because there's a lot of people they be hating. I feel like a lot of people be hating, but in a weird, funny way, the hate kind of moved me to be more outgoing. The hate kind of moved me to be more willing to take risks in life. It helped me to get more women. I feel like because the hate that I feel inside the house, or like not even always hate, but just like disparity of energies. Like it lets me know that on a spiritual level, your mom is dominant in this situation. Right? she's not dominant on like over you, like you're a man, she's a woman type deal, but like because the government is backing her up and this is her house, like she's not doing anything really wrong, and I can't even lie about it. Only thing I could say is I wouldn't treat my kids that way. But 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 I can also eat my words by saying she is letting me stay here. It's just tricky. It's crafty. The situation is really crafty to me because it's like the only way out is forward. That's basically what the whole video is about. And when I say forward, it's not even physical. It's not walking to some destination. It's it's emotional. It's it's healing. Yeah, right. It's quantum. It's quantum. It's shadow work type deal. Like it's sitting with yourself and meditating and getting fresh air and breathing the element. It's healing yourself in the face of a hater. Cause YouTube, to me, YouTube is gonna work eventually. It's gonna go. Even you might not be like that person, but you're gonna be sturdy, right? You're gonna be able to make some money. Your cash app shouldn't be it shouldn't be broke. If you putting in your energy into something, it should pay off a little bit, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with it, and I am willing to get a job. And if I get a job, I'm gonna buy it. The first thing I'm gonna buy is an electric or a gas scooter, and I'm only gonna Uber to work in the winter. In the other 3 seasons, I'm going to ride my little scooter. And so that's my steps for real because I already got women. Like not even trying to brag or be funny, but like I already am working on that area to a point where I can get I'm good in that area. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on my friendships. That's kind of easy because all I gotta do is go to the edge gym. All I gotta do is go to the gym. I made friends and I got a friend that worked at Target. I got a friend that work out at the edge. And this is what I meant by taking steps. Like it's not really physical, it's more so metaphysical. It's like what are you doing from the comfort of your own home? So where when you do step out, it's like you're able to make boss moves right off the rip. Also, I talk a lot about finances on this channel. So I break them down into the 6 pillars. I don't know if you follow me on. I don't think you follow me on Instagram, but I always in my story I got a financial um, category, and I break the money down into 5 pillars or maybe six. It's like jobs, careers, business, uh, side hustle, credit, school, stocks, um, loans, and gambling. Now that's way more than five. I don't know. It's pillars though. Pillars that I made up off my top of my dome, and I said, and I did this probably like last year, just trying to figure out, trying to gauge where's my weakness at. You know what I'm saying? While I was sitting back chilling, I'm like, okay, I know YouTube is a side hustle for me. I'm gonna put this in my side hustle folder, but I don't got a career yet. I do like to drive trucks, so maybe that might be a career in the future, whatever. But also, YouTube could turn into a career. Maybe you could do both. But my whole idea was to skim down what I do not want to do by no means. So anything popped in my mind, or on Indeed, or anything that I said I would hate to do this, because I feel like that was the onset of all of my badness in my life. It was working in these warehouses. It broke me down over time. I was driving home with my mom, driving me home. She arguing with me on the way home. I'm like, I just worked 7 hours, bro. Like, you about to argue with me every day after work? Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm a man, but like, you're trying to like literally, you're doing way too much, bro. Then she'll argue with me about. I'm like, Mom, look, I'm about to just take the bus to work. Oh, why do you want to take the bus? A lot of kids will be happy that their parents want to drive them to work. Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, because of my mom, it's harder to see. But when I really take a step back and look at the grand scheme, I can't entertain it, but I'm looking at it from a bird's eye view. And what I see is a pessimistic, weird, controlling, creepy energy on an innocent young man who's just trying to go to work and do the thing that she complained about ever since I stopped doing it. But she was the one breaking me down on the way to work and back home. And then the job was just trash on top of it. But I ain't gonna say it's trash because it was paying. But what I'm saying is I was too young to even know how to save. I was too young to even know certain things about the game of finances. So it was like it was a total unfair. People don't understand how unfair life could be. But people, I ain't gonna say they don't understand. But it's like I'm not saying what I'm saying for a cry out for help. Everything I'm saying is for my own uh identification on if this ever happens again, even with a woman that's not my mom. She set the tone. A lot of moms set the tone for their sons, and that's why a lot of sons be very, very vicious out here. But I'm not. Thank God that I love to study therapy. I love health. I love nature. So I'm like a calm spirit. Like I'm a calm guy. So it's like I'm not going to really. I'll rather cut you off, but I'm not gonna cut you off randomly on some weirdo joint. But it's like what I'm saying is I'm gonna get you early. I'm gonna cut you off early before we even become anything. If I feel like you're toxic, so this is why I gotta keep talking to more and more women because I know my standard. My standard is healthy. You know, I can't just because I was born to a mom who ended up being unhealthy at the end of this joint. That's not my reality. That's why Satan be mad at me for real, because I know how to dodge. I always dodge it. You don't know how pissed off I probably made my mom in these years because she can't get me to she can't get me to wild out. She can't get me to wig out. She can't get me to throw nothing around. She can't get. But what she can do is overcompensate for me not doing none of that stuff. And y'all women know how to do that. So if a man don't show y'all he mad, y'all will push it further to get the reaction that you felt like needed to happen in the first place. But it's like she can't pick my lock because right now the things I'm working on, like I was telling her theology, and I like that name. I was telling her that like I'm working on my lifestyle design. Like how can you break how a narcissist can't do nothing to somebody like that? Because that means I got to get out the house every day or move around or try to inspire others or try to be the inspiration. And they can't even vibrate that high. That's a fact. So you saying you had a 100K page and you sold it to somebody and that person don't know how to work it? No, that's a fact. And I agree with you. Like I became comfortable. But I can't even blame myself for that either. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because my mom is all about trying to give me that feel. Now I'm wrong, you feel me? But coming from a fatherless home and a mother who is pushing that, and then like it's this is why a lot of guys is out here, messing up because we put the spotlight on the loser, but we don't look at the type of we don't. Every mother's different, so we got this. thing where we put all mothers in one category. No, each individual got different weaknesses and strengths. So a strong mother will tell their son, "Hey, you gotta get out, you gotta do this," and they won't bother that young man while he's doing what he needs to do. My mom was the opposite. You can chill around, and then when you try to do something right, it's like she wanna be the one to drive you there. I don't know what it is with her with wanting to drive me places. This is like I understand it under 18, but she still like that to this day. Like she know like kind of like a little bit about where I'll be at a little bit, so she'll call randomly. Yeah, I figured you was out here. Do you want me to pick you up? Blah, blah, blah. And it's looking out, but as soon as I hop my ass in that car, she's gonna try to. She's not. I'm not even gonna say she's gonna try to all the time, because I'm not gonna make her look that bad. But it's gonna randomly. You can't sleep on her. Can't get comfortable and think that she's not about to pick a fight or argument. You kids can't do it. So the best bet is to actually say no. I'm good. Thank you though. I'm good. And even if you say thank you, that's to someone like her. That's if she hear you say thank you, she see that as weakness. She'll find that and the way she'll start to behave. I notice the little differences with her. Like I know her. If I just say no, now even just saying no could spike something. You gotta really know how and what to say to this type of individual because it's like she went from a covert narcissist to a malignant narcissist overnight. Like she's still covert, but because she's not gonna hit me or do anything stupid, but she's malignant. Like she's covert because she can make it look like to everybody. She can mask it and make me look like the bad guy. But she's malignant because she's so consistent and she's so vulturous with finding anything every day. It's like she's working like a full time job. She don't work right now either, so she's not. She quit her job to work on me. So I peep game. I peep it. I peep it. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, like you said, to if you sit still, it ain't even just a narc. I mean, it's many things that could get you because the government is full of narcissists too. So or capitalism, whatever you want to call it. But it's they're capitalized on that. They in their mind, they're like, you're not just gonna sit around and get a pass. You're gonna sit around and pass away if you sit around, but you're not gonna get a pass. And so it's one of them things where it's like I used to sell weed and stuff like that when I was younger. And I was trying to say the other day to somebody that that was a not a mistake, but it was a waste of my time. And what it did was it cloaked my mind from seeing other things. Like you could sell shoes, like it's many different hustles, but selling weed made me just comfortable with making what 200 here, 200. It made me comfortable, and now that I'm into trading a little bit. I'm trying to get into forex trading and stuff like that. I'm trying to build my financial psychology and what I see for myself as the things I'm into as far as finances. So the more you know yourself with anything in life, the less narcissism can ever cut through it because they just can't tell you what to do. The whole thing about narcissists is telling you what and what not to do, either directly or indirectly. But when you know what you about and what you doing, can't nobody tell you nothing. Cause I'm over 20, so what the fuck is you telling me? What is you telling me that ain't about to put me in a not boss position? Cause it ain't nothing. Everything I know, I already knew within. I just had to change my focus off the losers onto myself to remember that I was already the winner. I just was distracted by losers. And when I was trying to work, when I had a girlfriend, I had certain things, you feel me? But you could get these things and lose them. That's all this whole thing taught me. All this matrix taught me you could get it and you could lose it. But the one who keeps it, Like God said, the one who endures to the end, that's the one. And a lot of people they hate because life is like a race, it's a slick competition. And a lot of people they will do stuff in the spiritual realm. They will do things you can't even see them doing. They will do things you can't even see that they doing. Yeah, I was saying like if I drove trucks or even anything I do really, I was doing that down south a little bit. I didn't really have no subs, but I would like do like a video talking to a woman in the food court because I worked at the mall, so I do that type of video. Then I do a video walking home from work and talking. Then I do a video working out in the gym. We had a gym in the thing. Then I'll do a video out with my cousin and the roommate, just out type deal. Going to get something to eat, go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I would just vlog whatever. And the funny thing about YouTube, I feel like no matter what you do, it's what you do. And people are gonna start to catch on and you don't need everybody to be watching your content for you to be elevating. You need a cult, like a certain amount of people who rock with you. That they just rock with you. They feel like, hey, this person is, when I go home and I'm eating pizza, I wouldn't mind listening to what they say. I wouldn't mind hearing their voice a little bit. And that's how I be feeling like when I come home from a long day. Let me see what bro talking about. Let me see what it be like that. And it's like it's all about support. I feel like everybody experience with YouTube gonna be different, but it's gonna be it's certain rules and laws and principles to this camp, though. You gotta be consistent. I'm still new to the game, but I'm catching on as I speak right now. Like I can see what's gonna make what go where, and I watch a lot of other YouTubers and stuff like that. But yeah, you can do both. You could. There ain't nothing you can't do on YouTube. So no matter where your financial status is, like the pillars I talked about, I know a YouTuber who just do forex trading and he work out a lot. I think he did DoorDash too. So some people do that, but DoorDash would fall into in my category. DoorDash would fall in the side hustle. I used to do DoorDash and I used to do Uber, but I used to eat everybody's food and I got fired. That's on me. I got to take that responsibility. But what I'm saying is that will fall in the side hustle. And a lot of people do that. They ride around vlogging their little Uber joint. They blow up on YouTube. Because YouTube one of those things that it loves to see what you're doing. If you're into church, spiritual talking, like I'm kind of into, I'm into so many things that it do jumble it jumbles, but I know eventually, like, the people who gonna stay and that's gonna vibe out, those are the people who gonna stay and gonna vibe out, and everybody else gonna fluctuate and come in and out. And then some of them people gonna get stuck, like like a fly, what I'm saying, like a bee on honey or something, you know what I'm saying? But it just depends on how people feel about you. For real. I talk about dating. I talk about quantum physics, science. I talk about chemistry. I talk about mindset. I talk about narcissism. I talk about adulting. I talk about lifestyle design. And at the end of the day, if anybody asks me, what are you? What do you? What type of What are you? Like when I talk to women sometimes, like, what do you do? Um, I consider myself a lifestyle coach. I don't have the best life right now, but I know what I'm doing. Like, can't nobody tell me I don't know what I'm doing, but somebody can add. I'm open for advice, but I'm just saying, can't nobody prove to me I don't know because I've been in different phases of my life and failed enough to see I'm about to win. I failed enough to see, okay, I failed, but I'm about to win because I can see and I'm studious. So when I'm living life, I'm taking notes to see like, okay, we just did this yesterday. This messed up. You gotta work on this. And I bring that to YouTube and let everybody know what I'm working on. But it's like that's why I say YouTube is a safe place. It's a because it's just if they like you, they like you. If they don't, it's one of those things like. And but people gonna like you because if you're being yourself, then it's like where they going? They might leave. They might never come back. But do you care if you being yourself? Like it's just crazy. You can't entertain it. Why you ain't want her to take you? The car is better. See, that's what I'm saying. Like the car isn't better. How is the car better, Nat? The car is just like me being in her house. It's not better than me having my own, or it's not better than let me tell you, I was watching a little earlier something called Why Do We Depend on Others or something like that. Like I forgot what it was. It was someone else that's like a spiritual YouTuber. And he was like he said something so beautiful. He was like, you're making in your day while we're living 24 hours, the question is this, right? The question is, am I making my life? I wrote the notes right here. It's called Stop Seeking Approval. So it go like this. He said, hey, are you the star of your own movie? And are you just trying to be a part of someone else's? So when you hop in someone's passenger seat, you're no longer the star of your movie. When you're living in someone else's house, you're not the star. In my life and the outlook I have. Because I'm always the star. This is why I piss people off, because I'm always the star. And they can't figure out why is a star in my car? Why is a star in my house? Not paint. Why is this happening? So I gotta make him know who's who. So I'm bringing out the narcissist in the people. I bring out the inner narcissist. But here's the thing, what I'm saying is this. I had to do some self-reflecting to ask myself in my daily life, when is it that I'm giving my power away? Because I can live in someone's house, get up in the morning and go outside, and it's like I'm not even living with you or taking any stress off of you. I had to tell myself, this helped me to realize I have to work more on apartments. I have to work more on getting a roommate or learning more about apartments, because that's where my hole in my game is, in my lifestyle, right? Because I'm not afraid to work. I will get a job to maintain the spot. But around this person, it's difficult. It's more of a complex. And this is why I tell you the car is not better. Because what she's gonna do once you hop in the car is gonna make you. It's gonna test you on a level where you're gonna say, why didn't I just walk? Or you're gonna say to yourself, this is what I do. You're gonna say one or the other, because you should have just took your ass and took the exercise instead. You should have took the exercise instead of the ride. See, Mother Nature's so beautiful, and this is why this video is what it's called. It's called Trust and Growth. When you tell the narc, which is counterintuitive, you're talking to a narcissist, why would you ask them for anything, right? When you tell them, hey, can you pick me up? Yes. I got you. They want you to be codependent. So it's like, it don't matter how little the thing is or how big it is. As soon as you put your life in their hands, you're signing an invisible contract that says, I am your sucker. Period. Do with me what you want. How do you feel today? You're the star of the movie. Do what you want. Be in the emotional state you want to be in. I'm along for the ride. I know you was talking crazy yesterday. I know you treated me like I ain't shit yesterday. Like I'm scum under your shoe. You can't let these people play that game with you because they're gonna play it. They're gonna love it. And they're gonna tell everybody. Cause what they're gonna do is announce it. Yeah, I don't know why these kids they just ask you for rides and stuff like I don't got gas to waste. They just gonna start a random argument with you. But see, I'm such an asshole that I'ma always do the work, the premeditated work to stop what the devil's trying to do. Whereas though everybody else is either gonna accept it or maybe they never had the issue. But with me, what I'm saying is I'm not that guy. So even if you got me for this amount of quarters of my life, I'm gonna show you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna show you because I'm gonna show you what self love and self respect really is. Like, cause you think you know what it is. I'm gonna show you. And it's not hopping in your car. It's not self love at all. It's like giving your power away. That's exactly what that is. See, my car is better, right? If I get my own car or my electric scooter, which costs what $500, $700, I already got $700. It's just not cash; it's in check form, but I got that already. So I can't say that her car is better than anything. It's not even better than walking because or skating. I got a skateboard, but walking and skating is more of an exercise. Sitting in a narcissist car is like sitting in jail. It's like putting yourself. It's like being free, and you could walk home, or you could be in jail. Like which one? Like because even if you walk home, you're walking back to their house. But see, I got so much game that I don't even need to be directly in your house. See, I'm like T. I know. I got some homeless tactics. Well, I think she said she wasn't homeless. She said she would have been homeless. But I got homeless tactics. So you're not even about to get me in that form either. You're not about to get me in your house and act funny either. I'm gonna move in a way where you gonna feel like you never seen me in your own house, and that's just gonna confuse you. Cause I'm petty like that. I have to be because you're not going to make me feel disesteemed as a man in no fashion. Cause what disesteeming does is it doesn't. People think by disesteeming you it makes you get on your shit. But disesteeming you, what that really does is it rubs your face in the shit. It teaches you a lesson that people gonna really fry you if you play with your life, but it also makes you, it puts fear in you, and we don't need fear. Fear is anti, um, to me, fear is not a emotion that is needed, but people think it is. We don't need fear. What we need is love and a little bit of support sometimes and guidance. Uh, but more than even that, we need self love. And people, if they ain't even gonna give you love, they're certainly not gonna teach you about self love because they don't even love themselves. So I'm done hopping in people's car who don't really love themselves. I did that already. That's old news. I can't hop in your car if you don't love yourself. Because if you loved yourself, what you would either do is tell me, no, I'm not gonna pick you up because I don't really, either you're good. See, people who love themselves, they simplify everything. They make it black or white. They don't pick you up and bitch while they riding you on. They make it either I'm helping you or I'm hurt. It's either I'm helping you or I'm hurting you. It's not I'm gonna help you while trying to stress you out. It don't work like that. And so I don't deal with that. That's confusion. That's chaos. But that's turmoil, bro. Like it's nothing you're doing positive. For a lot of people, they mask themselves in this community, in this society with money and cars, but they're not really actually helping. Like they're not actually to see the betterment of anybody. Like they just want to have fun and go to the casino and do stupid shit. A lot of people just kids and growing. They growing in age, but they really, to me, they emotionally they're kids. Like Now, theology is a nice name though, because I like psychology a lot. I'm saying I like all that stuff. So that's really dope that you did that. They post it on it, but the content has to coincide with the algorithm and align with what I do on it. You have to do what's trending while remaining true. So yeah. And that's crazy because I think that I just posted this story earlier. I mean, a short, and it was like a joking with ice cream because I'm a vegetarian. But I do this thing. I'm about to start doing this thing called the cheating vegan. The cheating vegan, where it's like a dance, like but it's like put on whatever music you want and just show yourself as a vegetarian or vegan eating something like ice cream or something that is cheating, and you just dance. And to me, that's just what I was bored like an hour ago, and I was like, here I am sneaking in the fridge, really trying to eat this ice cream right now, and I'm like, I'm messing up. But guess what? I want to post something, so I might as well just try it, right? And I feel like you said, I'm adding in the real shit with the media. So it's like I'm trying to make people laugh or whatever, but that's where I'm out the head with it a little bit, just showing like you could take the approach of just showing people stuff that's real life. Like I be going in Target talking to women. I could do like a you know how people go in there with the mic and ask the women questions like, oh, what's your favorite thing to do while giving head? Like, what's your favorite uh, your trick, your favorite? Like, you can ask some stupid shit, but guess what? It's like it's a million young guys out here who want to know the answer to that. You ask pretty girls stupid stuff. Hey, what's your favorite sex position? This and that. Like, that's like you said, that's popular right now. That's trending. So it's like, but like you said, I got the videos where I'm like, even this right now, this is just me just being 100% authentic about where I am in life and what I'm trying to do. Like, there's no sugarcoating right now at all. This is not marketable, but it's marketable because it's actually who I am. It's actually what's going on. It's spiritual. It's emotional. You know, y'all getting different sides of me right now, but it's the same old me. And you know, when you subscribe and you stay here, you realize like he's talking right now, but when he's in a different mode, when he's outside, he's the same person, but he's in a different spirit. And that's what I like about YouTube. It's the real. I like the real people. I like the realness because it's like we're all real, ironically. But most people don't know their boundaries and perimeters on what to show and what not to show. So they either freeze and don't show nothing, or I mean, I don't think there's no too much. I don't think there's no too much. I think that's the curse that most people think that when you first start, you think, how can I curtail everything? How can I cut everything back? Not even realizing that the antidote is deeper in the sea than that. You know what I'm saying? It's in the dark, deep blue sea of YouTube. You have to go in. You have to jump in the ocean with the sharks and actually do a couple lives, do a couple collabs, put some pretty faces on your get some girls, put them in the videos with you. But see, I know the game because anyone could do it, really. But what makes you really, in my opinion, what makes you really fire is that you know that you're not anyone. So you're doing it as yourself, but you're doing what other people, like how you said, T, you're doing what other people doing, but you're doing it as you. And then it makes people be like, okay, I'm stuck here because this person is so at home. This person is at homeostasis right now, but he's like around the baddie right now. So now you know I'm credible. You know I know how to pull women. You know I know how to be around women while being myself. And that's something that nobody can't break that because you're being who you are. You're making you're doing it perfect. You're taking, like how you said, you're taking the fake and the real, and you're just giving it to people and showing them they can do it too, or maybe showing them that they can't do it. But either way, you showing them something. It's like a show off. I look at you. I kind of look at social media as just showing off. Whoever has a life that actually means anything is going to actually show something that's going to make a lot of people look at it and be like, oh, that's dope. I want to be more. Like, once you're rich or once you got a new job, or like you said, you could be driving trucks. Once you're doing something that in every neighborhood, most people want to get a CDL. Or in every neighborhood, most young black men, they want to have a baddie right now. They want to have an Ice Spice right now. They want to have, or most people, you could get the other audience of the people who want to see like I said, like a silly dance, a new trending dance, something. You want to create something. It's so many different ways to punch the punching bag that it could make somebody really not do anything at all. That's why, like I say, that's why this video, to bring it right back, this video is trust and growth. I see them as the exact same thing. On a dollar bill, it says trust. It's a certain frequency of trust. It's an energy that if you're in it, you will surplus, you will multiply. YouTube views, that's a frequency. Numbers is frequency. Attention, that's frequency. So it's like, uh, that's why I say narcissism is the root of all evil, because narcissism stops you from getting money. It stops you from getting women. It stops you because if I even bring a woman to the crib and my mom is acting, I mean, I brought women to the crib, but my mom had to be kind of like, you feel me, like out the way. I had to tell her like, yo, I'm bringing chicks, you feel me, like move out the way type deal. But she will respect it. But it's one of them things where it's like, it could kill your soul. It could kill your. It could make you be like, bro, I don't even want. I don't know. I was at one point. I was like, I don't even really want to bring that to the crib because the way my mom be acting, she might just make it. She might purposely violate me on purpose. She tried to do that on this camera one time when I was live. Tried to come over here talking crazy. It's like, it ain't no host barns, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta always be prepared and ready. But I like the fact that no women are in my videos, like on some like all the time type deal, because I want people to honestly like me first. Like, I don't care if I get a girlfriend and we just start doing the double team deal, but I'm just saying, like, with me alone, it's like, what better? I'm a Leo too, so I like attention. So what better way to not backslap, but backhand slap all the people who disrespected you for you to actually do it without anybody. Like, if you got a girl, they gonna assume like, oh well, you did it with, it's because it's girl, it's because you did it with his girlfriend. But if you really just people just like you, it's like, it's tough. You gonna force people to kill themselves. I'm into making haters hate way more than they ever thought they could. I like that. I like doing that. But since you want to walk into that type of craft in life, you want to be a hater, I'm gonna show you how much pain come behind being a hater. I always been in the car. I'm not used to the bus. I took the bus when I was a little younger. I would try to take it to school and stuff like that. And like I said, that was the onset of me trying to be a man. Like, I was, what, 18, 20? I mean, I took the bus before that, but I mean, like, I was trying to literally be on my own, going back and forth to school. And I'm telling you, I was way too old for my mom to be. Yeah, I want. Do you want me to walk with you to the bus stop? You want me? I'm telling you, I don't know what type of mom I got, but I know it's she does things that regular moms do, but I'm just saying like she's confused. It seems like I don't know whether I want to be too nice. I don't know whether I want to be too mean. I don't know whether I want to be solid or I don't know. But I think it's the way men treated her. Like as I'm honestly speaking, like I think it's the way my father and like a pattern of her father even because her father is not a bad guy, but he's just not the most. He don't know how to. He don't really show love the way that he's a good guy. He shows love and he calls and he does. But I'm just saying like I can tell that something was missing growing up because it's vital that you get attention, especially as a woman. Like as a man, I didn't get all the attention I wanted, but it kind of balanced out because women liked me a lot. So it was like women always thought I was cute and stuff. So it was like it for me. Once I got into like sixth or fifth grade, even before that, it was like little crushes and stuff. But once I got in like fifth, sixth grade, and I got a group of friends and stuff, like I was popular for the rest of the time. Like even to this day, like but it's like the problem with that is like you don't when you're popular, you don't value money. Not everybody, but for me, it was one of those. So I like nature and I like free stuff. I don't like free as in far as like give me stuff out the store for free. But I like free as far as like the better things in life to me are actually the elements of the universe, the sand, the sun, the air. I don't need too much, but I'm a minimalist. But I always felt that God supplied me with good looks, and God supplied me with the ability for women to already be liking me for no reason. So I never felt like I had to uh, have money to be. I never felt like I needed to have that to be getting any women because like from like sixth grade on up, I was having little motions. You feel me? Little emotions. So I never really. Nah, I'm not that guy who like, oh, I got a new job, so now I can get the cute girl. Like, nah, that I don't feel like that. I feel like it's gonna enhance it, but like it's not. I could be broke and still attract. So I appreciate that of God for doing that. But now that I'm above 18, I do understand that as a man, um, it do change the dynamics as far as if you're not doing that with yourself, they will find it. It's not that they'll find something; they'll still like you, but it's the bottom line because you know how to if you're personable, you're personable. But the bottom line is that the world is just real. So it's like, well, I need somebody who don't need me. A lot of women feel like that. I need somebody who don't need me. So like I'm one of them people who when I get rich, like I feel like a lot of women not gonna wanna take me serious because they gonna think that I'm automatically cocky or just like soldier boy type of guy. Like, no, he just probably got a lot of holes and this and that. But like, nah, like that's why I don't know what people gonna think. I ain't gonna lie. Want to know how to combat all of that. So, are you a hustler? What you mean? I hustle. Uh, Everything I do, I hustle. Meaning, I put my best foot forward. like with Forex, with trading and Forex, I'm about to actually just study again for probably a month or something. Just studying, taking in everything I could take in. This is typically how I digest and I start to push, propel forward with anything. I listen to what other people saying, watch YouTube videos, I make a playlist about it. I jot notes. I try to just get a feel for it. I try to follow people on Instagram who are black, who do it, who can explain it easier to me. I follow a couple white men who are way bigger than I could ever probably reach to. And then I just take a bulk of information and I eat that for a month. And I also do like shadow work or journaling just to align myself with the information. I do this even with dating. When I go out and talk to women, I make mistakes and make good moves, but I gotta at the end of the night, I do journaling to, because a lot of the problem don't be a problem, and this is why most men aren't good with dating, because they actually believe that problems are problems. But problems are just an opportunity for a solution. That's it. It will never ever be anything to create psychosis or stress to a real man. It's just an opportunity. But that's why I do the journaling that when I get home, because I know that my emotions are still, the little kid in me could be triggered by rejection, but a little kid in me could be triggered by anything. And then by the time I go home, I might have mentally got over it or forgot about it, but deep down within somewhere, I still got that energy that says, you know what? That girl, the way the world works, it got a way of making an impression on you. So when you do journaling, it got a way of removing the doubt or removing the shame or you know how it goes. So I therapize myself with everything I do. So when it comes to hustling, I think smarter, not harder. And I prioritize emotions first now. When I was younger, you know, society taught us men can't never be emotional, so they tricked us because that's a trick of Satan. Men can always be emotional at any moment. Just like women could be unemotional at any moment. But we're taught to see it a certain way, which feeds into the trick. In my opinion, it's like I was taught you can't cry, you can't do this, you can't do that. So what we want to do, tuck everything off the rip. And what that do, that suppresses your emotions. What does that do? It makes you an asshole at the end of the day. Because in all reality, had you been healthy, had you just been in a regular dynamic, you would have simply did the regular expression. And you would have simply just, you'd have been healthier emotionally. A lot of times, you'll see people broke, impoverished, not having women, not having cars, and not building anything, not doing anything because how they feel. Simple. You take somebody who was taught that they shouldn't be feeling nothing, and so you're tricking them because you're shutting down their mind. Whenever they think they feel anything, they shut it down. When really you're supposed to take that and use that, like, okay, I feel what I feel right now. I just got rejected. I feel off balance. Why do I feel off balance? You go into that. Okay, I feel off balance because I feel like, hey, this girl out of my league. Why do I feel like she out of my league? Oh, because she kind of looked like a girl from middle school. I used to try to get what she used to always play games. And you're going into that, and you're pursuing that specific thing deep down, and you're getting that out of there. And once you go ahead and you go into that and you heal that, to me that's hustling. So when you ask, am I a hustler? To me that's hustling. Because the other way of hustling to me is hustling backwards, which is chasing money or chasing women. Because let's be honest, you can't let people see you sweat. Because in nature, if people see you sweat, we're taught that if people see you sweat, that they're going to respect you. I could laugh at that right now, but I don't feel like laughing. But if people see you sweat, they're not going to respect you. They're going to say, look at him, I got him working hard for us. People are going to respect you when you're not sweating, but you're making $10K a month. And they still might not respect you. But if they don't respect you, what does that say? It means that they never respected you anyway. Meaning, if I worked for less money and hustled hard, it would have been a worst case scenario for me. So there was never no W in all of this. There was never no W in all of this. So hustling to me is a trap, unless you're doing something that is you already are sure about, because then you're going to get a return on your investment. Like I was hustling when I was selling weed when I was younger, but guess what? That was just something I started doing, but it didn't last. It wasn't really. I don't feel like it really was the lane I wanted for myself in the long term. So it was a waste of time. And I'm anti wasting my time. I'm anti that. So if I'm anti that, I would be abusing myself to go ahead and even with women. Like here's the thing: try hard. I'm not against trying harder. And sometimes when you try harder, it's a beautiful thing. It's showing what type of man you are. Like it's showing your character. Like, but here's the thing: like you gotta have a limit on that, a boundary. So it's like I'm gonna try hard, but if it's not working, I'm gonna put my energy where it's working at, and the universe is gonna support that. So it's just gonna work. People try to push through things that's not working, and it's just bad, all bad. Instead of making a proper adjustment, and that proper adjustment will just flow. Like so, that's where I feel about the word hustling. Like it's like I'm taught that stresses you out unless it's something you care about, and then it's like okay, well maybe you don't care about sacrificing some blood, sweat, and tears. Then hustling makes a little sense to me. But anything else outside of something you love to do, uh, for me specifically, I'm not doing it. Like cutting hair, I was thinking about cutting hair, but I'm like, I don't really like cutting hair, so it's tough. So like, yeah, I might be considered by people around me and my peers as he's hustling, he's doing something great. But like, I found another thing I like. I still didn't start it, but I started to the degree I felt like I needed to be at. Now I'm about to, I'm still. It's a vegan cooking type of thing, vegetarian vegan cooking type of thing, health journey type thing, and I feel like I'm more passionate about that than I'll ever be about trimming someone's hair up their head. I don't want every time I want to make money to have to be near it and do all that. Like I'm good. I'd rather just either cook some or ship some or have someone drop some off to somebody, like sea moss drink or something that I would put in my body. See, so the mind is a beautiful tool because we got creativity, we got answers already, everything already there. God ain't cheat nobody. We just can't remember where our soul is at, what we love, what we really like to do. There's too many narcissists. There's too many people distracting us 24. It's too much social media, too much scrolling. It's not enough being yourself and getting paid for being yourself. That's the answer. That's what YouTube literally is. Like, that's what it literally is. And then add in a couple, like you said, like knowing what's trending. If you're being yourself and you know what's trending, then you're officially hot. You're officially about to blend in with the rest of the people who are succeeding in that very moment. As soon as you know that. But yeah, I'm a hustler. I just like to hustle for things that's gonna return some form of income, like um, without any damages. Like I'm not gonna do something that's gonna damage my life for a certain amount of money. Like, um, now I agree with you. You do gotta spend money to make money, meaning you gotta have money, meaning you gotta You gotta do what I was saying earlier about having the I made the pillars of finances. Maybe you in school right now. Maybe you got a job right now. Most people, that's their beginning right there, right? Everybody ain't finished school, everybody not in college, but for anybody who come to me as a lifestyle coach and say, yo, I'm lost, what do I do with my life? First thing I'm gonna tell you to do is make a daily schedule, because I don't even trust that you probably got a job, because most people who got a job don't feel they feel like they know things. They feel like they know stuff because they got a job. But the first thing I'm gonna tell you to do is Monday to Monday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. Just write something in between them lines. I don't care what it is. That's how I started. I didn't even really was going out the house yet. I just was okay. At this time, I'm gonna pray. This time, I'm gonna eat an apple. This time, you know, it was little things, and then before you know it, it's 1 o'clock. Before you know it, it's. So the day's flying now every day, because I'm not only just doing stupid stuff, but I'm adding a couple things in there. Like, okay, I'm gonna watch YouTube, this therapist that I like to watch. So I'm adding I'm sprinkling little vital nutrients in there that's gonna actually start to stimulate and change me from the inside out. And so that's the key right there. And I feel like it do take money to make money. So, but it take energy to make money. So it's things deeper than money. It take energy to make money. It just does. This is why I preach about health and eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. Well, I don't really, vegetables is good for me. I like vegetables. I'm vegetarian, so I like the little soba noodles. Sometimes I like certain stuff, but I'm really about them fruits. I'm really about fruits. Like fruits. What does it do when you eat it? It vitalizes you. It brings you into reality. Like it brings you right into the game of life. When you eat a hot dog or hamburger, it makes you want to lay down. You want to lay down. You want to chill out. You ain't really ready to play the basketball. You ain't ready to do nothing. You ready to lay down. So it takes energy and intentions. So that's where the pillars come in, right? So now you create your daily schedule. And now, what our first thing I'm gonna do when you write whatever, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna order Popeyes at 5. I'm gonna talk to a girl at 3. I'm gonna throw you the pillars. So where are you at financially? Oh, well, I'm broke. I've been out of school for 5 years, bro. I didn't. So I can even take a girl on a date. Da, da, da. Oh well, look. First things first. Don't worry about women right now. We're gonna get into that. But look, listen. Here's the thing. Um, I want you to figure out of these pillars, out of these financial pillars, which one is already working for you, if any of them. Oh well, I like to cut hair. I'm not good at this, but I'm good at that. Okay, cool. So look, that means this pillar, write a 1 over that, because this one is already working. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to stave off the ones that's already working, so we can use the ones that's already working to get the rest of the ones. We want to sprinkle this money into the other pots. We want to spread it even across. That's so. What we're doing is we're being smart about it. We're spreading that money across. And so maybe you want to go back to school, but maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to jump straight into well, you can't really jump into like college, or you can't really jump into like careers yet without getting a high school diploma. So maybe you want to buy a laptop. Maybe you want to buy something that you can uh, begin a new beginning. Uh, Sign up for something. Maybe you want to just call the school that you dropped out from. Uh, these little things right here be life changing things off the rip. And what it be a lot of the time is the reason why you stopped going was for something that you can today muscle through if you do it in a new way. But most people don't try after that first failure. So all successes is trying to hit the same mark in different types of ways, positions. No, I was stop. But different types of ways. So like I'm seeking to find a needle in the haystack. That's the problem. Because once I give you the answers, I'm gonna just keep redirect. Every time you come to me, oh, I don't got this question. I got to. Well, I'm gonna go back through this, and we're gonna find that needle again. So we find that needle again. You're gonna know that we all get lost. It's 24 hours in a day. We're swimming in a big ocean. We all get lost. So it's like you just gotta find it every day. That's really what I be doing with my 24 hours when I do journaling. I be redirecting myself to find, okay, I'm okay, my focus and my heart is right here. Be back in the game. The universe is officially gonna work for me. I'm officially gonna be intact. I'm officially gonna be smoother than I would have been if I would have just tried to muscle through without realigning my energy. I be having to realign my energy all day. Knowing that, hey, the money is already on earth. It's already here. It's not in your bank account, but it can be. Easy. It's easy. It's easy for real, but um, you can't get the money without the energy. So a lot of people ain't like me. They could eat burgers and stuff and still show up to work and still do things. I'm not that guy. I got a back brace. Um, I'm learning how to nose breathe instead of mouth breathe. You take that a lot serious. I'm learning how to do breath work a little bit. There's certain things that I feel like is important for me specifically that I wouldn't even push on another person unless they, because I meet friends all the time and some of them are trying to become vegetarian. So some of them are really, people out here are trying to make changes and stuff. And that's one consistent thing I know about people that I always see out here. Like, so it's good that I'm into a lot of stuff for myself because it's always like whether I meet a friend, I make my conversation much more dynamic and expansive. I don't run out of things to say because I could talk about women, we can talk about health, we can bring it anywhere, and I'm gonna be able to be like, okay, well, the conversation not gonna stop. When I was younger, it would stop, and I'd be like, dang, I don't know what to say today. Like, so maybe the client got a problem with making friends. Well, bro, how many do you got any bars around you? Go on Google, type in trendy restaurants near me. Um, Download Bumble, the Bumble app. I'm gonna just give you what I do. Like literally, you got a Facebook account. I'm gonna show you how to find the people around you and specify. I think that's the word. The people who emotionally you belong around, not mentally, because mentally is dominated by emotion. Mental is after emotion because emotions run the earth. Mother Nature is feminine. So if you're trying to do anything on this earth, you gotta have good emotion first, which is energy and motion. So everything is energy. So it's like, first of all, we gotta, whether you're trying to get a woman or you're trying to make friends, your energy gotta be aligned with the people that you're hunting or going after. Period. Period. Even a job. If you go into a job, you get a new job and you're in a certain place and you don't feel right there, it's because the energy. I've been there before. Like, it just is what it is. Some people, they work better alone. So doing Uber or selling weed is better. They're gonna they're on their pathway. You know what I'm saying? But then you put that person in KFC, they tripping over their own 2 feet because they have anxiety around too many people. So most people do need to start with a job. And I influence to simplify everything. Like I'm into stocks and stuff now a little bit, but I can't start there. I have to start with the simple thing. YouTube is even a stretch because that's a stretch. Like they're gonna pay you when they want to pay you. The only thing that you could finesse with YouTube is have people cash apping you. You can have people cash app you. You can have people send super chats. You can have certain little things. You could brand yourself and set yourself up. And I know T, you know about this. You can set yourself up in a way where you're making money not from YouTube, but from people who just like you and like the type of game that you're kicking. And so that's beautiful. But you gotta have value to offer. And that's one thing that not having no money taught me too. Like you could either be the guy who women think cute with no money, who need a ride, or you could be the guy who uh, got money and you might look good, but then you the guy who make everything about money. So then they like you, but they don't like the fact that you're not just down to earth no more because you make anything about money. Or you could be the guy who know how to make money, but you value being real to the point where you break the system. And I'm that guy. I value being down to earth. Period. I might be an asshole sometimes, but I value being down to earth. So it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter because I just gotta come back down to earth. You feel me? But yeah, I think I answered that. You need money to make money, but you need energy. You need energy. You need health. You need integrity, which is just honesty. Like if you don't want to work somewhere, don't work there. Get out quick. Don't even sign up. Don't. Most people don't got no intentions. They don't got no aim. They don't know what they want to do. So like I think that that's where I had to realign my aim. Like what do I want to do and what don't I like? Once I got that clear, then it's like okay, you don't like to be in these type of environments. So you will never sign up for nothing stupid. You will sign up. You will start to vet. Like I worked as a security guard. I know I like that. So it's like it's a wrap. It's a wrap with that. I already know anytime I get an opportunity to do that, it's a wrap. Overnight security. You ain't doing nothing but walking around and then sitting inside the thing, looking at the monitor. You on your phone on YouTube for the rest of the night. So it's like certain things is meant for certain individuals on a spiritual level. Like that was good for mine. This is like spiritual. But if you put me in a different environment around a bunch of kids or something, I might be annoyed all day. Not saying that I can't do it, but it just might just be the wrong move. And I can't even say it's the wrong move, but it's a move that I don't feel like doing. I can tell you that. So knowing what you want to do and what you don't want to do is vital. Same, I got my YouTube faves. Yeah. I got some YouTube faves. Like even tonight, it's just every night. Like I stopped watching TV probably about 8 years ago. I really stopped watching TV and it's just been around the time when I started selling weed a little bit, it was over with. I might watch on demand or something on TV or basketball, but not even really that too much. But yeah, I got some favorite YouTubers for sure. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will be president. I do not care. Continuum. Well, Continuum probably not even there no more because I just talk for like an hour. But yeah, nah, I don't care who's the president. Really don't care. Don't matter for me about that type of stuff. Because whatever's gonna happen, gonna happen. It just don't matter, like for real, for real. Like It's good to know things though, but I don't care about politics and all that stuff. See, a lot of stuff it be like it's stupid. Like fake ministers all over the world know Malachi 3:8 is telling them to return the money to stop the fires, wars, COVID, and so forth. But they would rather keep killing people. I am Elijah of Malachi 4:3. Anyone who does not stay out of the fake churches is about to die with the wicked. Anyone that takes money for the gospel is about to die with the wicked. Rapture is evil. Being caught up happens in the spiritual realm right here on earth when God's people transfigure. Interesting. See, I'm more into that type deal. Like, talk about Malachi section 80.80. Let's talk about that. What the hell is going on in these I don't even know. I think it's cause like I consider myself a chosen one spiritually, and so I put a tag in the comments for the chosen ones, chosen ones, and so it's gonna be some spiritual people coming in and just really spilling the tea about some spiritual aspects and stuff what's going on in the spiritual world with certain things. Elijah Marie, you do not want to get on the demonic UFOs. UFOs, world peace is coming for those that remain. Okay, that's nice. Pretty Nat said, laugh my ass off. Elijah said, fake ministers all over the world know that same-sex marriage is not a sin, but they are lying because they are evil. Okay. What ID happening? Or what is happening? Pretty Nat said, what is happening? Remember, anyone who does not stay out of the fake church is going to die with the wicked. T said, pretty Nat, you see that? Yes. Jesus was a transgender. A female man returning as a dark-skinned male woman is a lesbian relationship with a male woman and they will leave the new world order that brings world peace. Fake ministers all over the world know that in terms of returning money, easiest thing to do would be not to sign the contract. Do you mean about the job? Like not to sign the what you mean not to sign the contract? I am Elijah and I am the founder to the return of Jesus. Donald Trump is the man of sin and the Bible promises to vanish. The theory of the one Antichrist was made up. It is the 14, I don't know, 144,000, 444, what? I don't even know the number. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't slow, but I just don't know. You feel me? About take back over the planet. World peace is coming for those that remain. Well, that's when on the bus or in a cab, you go Uber, Lyft, whatever, or walk bike. It says if a doctor can ride a bike to commute, so can I. Nah, facts. Both ways, like people that love themselves wouldn't put themselves in a situation where someone would bitch at them. I'm stingy as fuck with my internet. Yeah, people would not put themselves in a situation. Most people, I can speak for myself. I love myself, and I'm in a situation that someone is deliberately bitching. But I mean, what to do besides to uh, elevate and grow, or just simply leave? I could go for that too, but as far as that go, it's a choice. But I feel like this, like I can't say that because of your situation you don't love yourself, but I could say that life is about experience. So it's like if you go through something once and then you go through it again, then you don't love yourself. That's my opinion. Like if you that's like if it's your first time, it's your first time. It's like if a girl cheating on you, like um, you gotta remember if it's your mom too. It's like they're like you it's a crafty topic in all reality. Cause the way some people do it, they don't abuse you. They sneak it up. They sneak it. They slowly turn they slowly turn the stove up. Like it's not overnight that they just shitting on you, but it's like some like confusion. It's chaos. But you're right. Somebody would not put themselves in a situation. Um, but most people are a lot of people, and the people who I kind of talk for is like they're born into it. It's not necessarily them choosing anybody. You know the saying, you can't choose your family members, but you can choose your friends. Like that's my analogy, but it's not the truth. Because once you're here's the thing, this is what I'm trying to say. Once you find your flow in life, like for me, I can honestly say, like I said, I was that guy who girls like, so it made me not really need money for I had clothes, I had little stuff, like I never really cared for money too much. I end up growing and realizing that's my chink in my armor. That I'm not really savvy. Like, I'm not the type to get up and go get a job and really hold it down with just I'm not world smart. Like I'm just neighborhood good. Like I'm not world smart. But like I never cared for school, none of the tech stuff. I'm not into. I got an iPhone, but I'm not really like into. Like my cousin, he's a little younger than me, but he's really into like certain stuff. Like he move a little bit more. You feel me like that, and I respect him for that. But even living with him, he kind of like made me realize like a little bit going to North Carolina. It was an experience for me. Like um, I would never live with a woman who's not my mom that's talking to me crazy. You will never see it. And I challenge y'all to watch me or subscribe. You will never see it. They won't even make it on the channel. Like even the girls I talk to right now, they give me full submission. Like it's no. And when I say full submission, it's just like they don't get out of line. You feel me? Like and out of line for me is like just to me, this is what out of line is. Out of line is doing things, anything you do deliberately. Like anything you do just out of humanistic nature. Like I like women that say I'm sorry. I like women who say I like women who I just like real delicate women. I like women that like to be women. I like women who wanna know how to be a better woman. Like when I say a better woman, it's not just being a boss bitch. You feel me? It's being a woman. Like Like just like being a guy ain't about being a boss. It ain't about being P Diddy. It's about some of the masculine. Some things about being a man is just knowing how to listen when a woman talk. Like it's things that are not credited, and that's what I'm saying. Like so, the type of women when the woman is really in my domain and I'm talking to her. Like, and it took me to get a little older to even get like this, because I would used to attract women that would like me for my look, and then they would get around me, and then I wouldn't be gamed up. I wouldn't really be that gamed up. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have a mouthpiece. I wouldn't know what to say all the time. I wouldn't know how to. I wouldn't know the social cues, like when to leave. Like I wouldn't know how to leave the mystery all the time. But I wasn't horrible. I was just being myself. So I was just a regular mug. That's what I'm trying to say. But that being regular, it don't being regular and being yourself seem like the same thing. But it's like you could be yourself and be irregular, meaning you're super like you could be yourself and you could really knock women off their feet. Like you could really swipe them off their feet. Like so like that's more what I'm into. Like just like how we said about YouTube, you could be yourself and be very, very attractive on it. Same thing with women, right? And so I'm into that. Like that's real chemistry in my book. Like that's what real chemistry is. Real chemistry is when you make people like you for you. It's like, bro, like where they gonna go from there? Like, and that's what I'm saying about narcissism. Is like something got to be mentally wrong with somebody if they coming at you, and you're just a regular person. Like you're somebody. I understand when you start being something you're not, the universe gonna punish you for that. Period. So if it come through people, then that's what's happening. But when you are yourself, and that's why I say like you're right. Like loving yourself is the answer to like really getting people away from you who's trying to abuse you in the first place. Like everything boils down to self-esteem. So it's like that's what that is. Like somebody who loves themselves, they would never put themselves in a situation. But some people, I said this earlier, everybody's nothing but pure potential on the face of the earth right now. I don't care if you're 50, I don't care if you just was born. You're always able to grow or start to die until you can't grow no more. But even then, your energy just, your energy's somewhere doing something. But while you're on this earth, you're nothing but untapped potential. And white men know that. You know what I'm saying? Black people be late to realize it. But them scientists, they know, like, the way they eat, they study people like, the food gonna make things more feminine, or it's gonna make their women more boastful and egotistical, or it's gonna make this like this. Bruh, but and then the father's not being in the house. It's a matrix. It's set up already. You're just new. We're new. We're new, but the system been here traditionally the whole time. But we're just here, and so I can't say that if you love yourself, you wouldn't be in a situation. I can't say it because you may just be on a journey. Like everybody is on a journey. So like you may have like I see some of the people who you could tell they love themselves. You could tell they love themselves. They got no reason not to love themselves. But the problem is that they're untapped potential. Because they're untapped potential, they were given a hand in the game of life. They were given a hand or a situation that required them to actually be a little bit more ballsy and a little bit more, you know, my trials and tribulations can never equate to somebody else. It's gonna be people I'm gonna meet that I could chop it up with about a specific area, but everything I've been through, the weight is it's a different dumbbell. You see what I'm saying? It's a different dumbbell. Like so, I try not to compare that because it's a different dumbbell. Like everybody's story, their life, everything is so unique. It's not really for comparison. It's for individuation. That's it. Like individuation. Like, somebody come around me acting like they know me already. That's when I draw the line because you don't know me. And just because we just met, you about to act like you know me. I'm about to violate you for that. I hate ego. You know what I'm saying? I hate. I'm like God. God hate pride. He hate proud people. Like what you proud about? If you only thing you should be proud about is that you're alive right now. You should be grateful. You shouldn't even be proud. You should be grateful because you could die tomorrow. So all this ego stuff, I ain't never really. I ain't rocking with it. And it kills energy. Because when you a proud person, you're gonna start to assume. As soon as you start to assume something, you have expectations. As soon as the expectation don't get met, now you feel depressed because you ran into a universal brick wall because you built expectations on something that you can't trust. You should not build expectations. You should just say to yourself, "Hey, I'm thankful. I'm alive right now. That's it. I don't know what's coming tomorrow, but I'm gonna build for that. I'm gonna build for that. I'm gonna prepare for that. But I'm gonna stay open. As soon as you assume, you closing yourself. You closing yourself. You gotta stay open. That's where the growth. That's where the opportunity is. Since staying open. Like I told you, narcissism is to make you close up, to clam up. Because if another person, this is how we trained in society. Someone in the room that you're in or proximity, as soon as someone don't agree with what you say or someone feel awkward about the way you talking or being or something, you feel like you gotta acquiesce. I guess that's the word. But you gotta kind of dumb yourself down to how you making someone feel right now. Otherwise, the threat is that they may leave, and if they leave, then you're now missing something. But that's why I always say you're not missing nothing. Because even if you acquiesce, you're missing something else. If you acquiesce, you're missing how it would have felt to just stay being yourself while someone walking in and out. See, self-love is a weird topic, but it's simple. It's to love yourself, meaning no one can teach you it, but they know what it looked like when they see it. It may scare people. It may put some people against you. It may just it's gonna do something. It's gonna get reactions. Some people not gonna come around, but a lot of people gonna want to come around, but then they're gonna try to change you in the process. They're gonna try to get you to acquiesce. Hey, I don't feel comfortable when you're getting like that, when you're acting. But it's like I can't live for your comfort because you're not even comfortable enough. You're not even comfortable. If you were comfortable with yourself, you would come at me different. So it's like that's how it be a lot of the time. Now, mental health is really important. Um, I've been a vegetarian since COVID. It's probably like 2 years. 2 years. I read everything you said, T, and yeah, elevate, you bring hate, and crazy how it is and stuff like that. And yeah, a lot of people with the stuff, you know what I'm saying? It get tricky out here with a lot of stuff. Cause you can meet somebody. What's going on, creator? I mean, you can meet somebody who want to be in your video, or who don't care or do care. So it's like you do gotta kind of like gauge it and just know like it's risky for real, but at the same time it is better to safer to ask people and stuff like that because you don't want your channel to get rebuked, or you don't want anything negative coming your way for just for any odd reason. Like I see you, Nat. I appreciate you staying in and stuff like that. No, I'm not really sleepy. Not yet. Yeah, I'm not really sleepy yet, but nah, not really, not yet. I think right now I just was speaking a lot, and every time I do that, it always releases a lot of oxygen out of my body, out of my bottle. You know what I'm saying? Once that happens, it's like a little bit of jet lag, a little exhaustion is there, but it's not necessarily tired really. But yeah. But to tie it all back around, we need time all the time, every day. We need time to be able to just separate from all the nonsense going on in the world enough to just be able to like this guy said that I was taking notes from earlier, stop seeking approval. Because what I'm trying to talk about in this video is being spiritually aligned with the universe. And if you're spiritually, oh, I ain't even seeing it. Did I give out so much information? Nah, you funny. Talk about I gave out too much. Gave out a lot of information. Is it TMI? Is it too much information, or is it just a lot? Nah, we gonna be famous though. Nah, it's gonna happen for sure. And we ain't like I can't speak for you too much, but I know for me, like I could see it now. Like for me, I'm not even trying to be too famous. Like I'm trying to be famous, but I'm not trying to be like I'm trying to be like one of them low key vloggers that like you might not hear about, but you see him like randomly seeing me, like, oh, who's this? What are you talking about? And you realize I'm talking about nothing but God, like. I'm with all the stuff I just talked about tonight, but you're gonna catch the whiff of God when you hear what I'm talking about, because it's gonna be like He's the real restorative one. He's the one that's restoring everything all the time. Like because people wonder where you get your confidence from, when you get this, when you get that. Nah, I know you gonna get there for sure. You on your way for sure, and you consistent. So that is the antidote for sure. Nah, I be peeping. I be peeping. Don't get, you know what I'm saying? Don't think I don't. I be peeping it on that. Nah, for sure, you know. Nat, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Nat, do you you're like 22, right? 20, 23, 20. I'm really about to grab this. Okay, okay. You got a job? I'm really about to grab. I'm really about to have to grab a job. Like, I'm about to really have to try to grab something. For real. Like, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like, I really just want to be able to just blow up on YouTube, but it's like I might have to, just for the sake of financial dominance, I might have to just. Okay, so you got like a side hustle type deal. Now, that's what's up. At least you got something, like, you feel me, something there. Oh nah, so yeah, you intact, you intact. Whenever I hear somebody say they going to school, that sums up everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need a job at that point because it's like you on track. So I prioritize on track versus um oh yeah, nah, yeah, that's facts too. So YouTube is like a side hustle that could turn into a job or a career. So I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You going to school in the shy? Okay, okay. College type deal in the shy. That's what's up. Nah. So you gonna be making videos with the on the? Are you on campus or like are you in a dorm or are you just? Cause either way it go, you could get lit regardless. Like if I'm in college and I'm not on dorm, I'm still gonna pull up on the dorm. Still going. I'm still going. Hey, that's really where most YouTubers really get their real like they oomph with their channel is being around certain people. Um, nah, it don't matter because once you at school, you meet people in school, and you know what I'm saying. You said they don't have dorms, yeah. So nah, but yeah, either way it go, you still know what you're doing. Either way it go, yeah, for sure. It's like it's a college right down the street from my house, literally right down the street. They told me I can't go on campus unless I know somebody, and I met somebody the day I went. So the cops came, they're like, "Yeah, you can't just walk around, but do you know anybody?" I'm like, "Yeah, I met somebody." I ain't even finished high school. I gotta finish high school. I gotta. That's the only way I can get to get in college. That's the only way I get in college. But I'll go there to film, like do like do a dorm tour. But I text bro on Instagram that I met. I said, bro, I said, what's going on? What's good? He ain't never write me back. But he be watching my stories and stuff. He ain't never write me back, so we was on the football team. But it's like I know how to I make certain friends, but like people in my age group be easier to chop it up with, or a little younger than me. But these college students, so they like Like, Nat, you different because you a female. Y'all know how to, y'all different. Like, but certain young men, like, they got their group of friends and they not really even, you feel me? They feel a little weird with me even just pulling up. I'm pushing 30, but I'm not 30 yet, Miss Nat. I'm close though. I'm pushing. I'm pushing. I'm pushing. I'm pushing. I don't think it's gonna matter if I say my age, but I don't be trying to say it like. But yeah, like I be feeling weird though. Like if I'm on campus, I approach this young man on his way to football practice. It's like, bro, like I don't really feel like I fit in. You feel me? I be feeling that way. Like when I used to be in high school, I felt like I fit in then at that time. But now I be feeling like an outcast. Like when I was on campus down the street, I was like, man, I don't feel like I even belong right here for real. Like I feel like the only way to happen is if I, like you said, if I sign up. I think even then I'm gonna feel out of place at first because I've been away from schools for so long. But the last school I was at was in the New Hampshire, the Job Corps, and when I was there, I felt like I fit in, but I felt like I also didn't. Like, but I don't think that. I think that no matter if you feel like you fit in or not, you gotta be there for business. Like you gotta go there to get the trade or go there to go do what you. Most young kids is playing around with it, so that's where with me when I went to New Hampshire, I went for to be an electrician to take the trade of an electrician, but the class was full. So they said, well, you can't do this, but you can do like an auto something. And then people made a lot of money too, but it's like I didn't want to do that. They made a lot of money, but the job was like boring, like so I didn't want to do it. And then it's like I had a little shorty that was like one of like kind of like a little girlfriend type deal there, so it was like I was distracted. Like I ended up being on a basketball team, just getting into other stuff, and like eventually I end up getting kicked out like for something. Like it was just like getting finessed eventually. Like I never get finessed out of stuff quickly, but it ends up finessing me out. But what I'm saying is like now that we YouTubers, Matt, it don't matter what we do. You when you hit that film button, it's lit. It's lit. It don't matter what we do because long as we believe in ourselves, people gonna end up buying in. They might not buy in today, they might not buy in tomorrow, but a lot of people that this is why I always get my Instagram out when I'm out. Whether I'm meeting a friend or a woman, I said, man, after all that number stuff, I might just start saying, follow me on Instagram. Because I mean, if it's a chick I'm really trying to, you feel me, then that's like, okay, take my number, you feel me? But so that is my first go to with a woman, but it's like when I'm meeting like friends and stuff or potential friends or like women who I feel like is like about to play games anyway and not really on nothing, then I'm pushing everybody towards Insta. Because since I met you in person, you're gonna actually respect the Insta. Cause I'm not a creep because I'm not giving you my number. I'm leaving it room for you to say, oh, I don't really rock with it or I rock with it. So most people gonna go on their story at night and they gonna see what we doing. They gonna see like, okay, they just said on their story they about to go live or something tonight and talk about what they talking about. They talking about social interactions or they talking about they might not rock with the subject, whatever, maybe not, but what I'm trying to say is everybody's not gonna rock with something you're doing, period. But that's not what I'm looking for you to do. I don't care if you rock with it or don't rock with it. I care more about the business aspect. Like you're gonna watch my story, whether you like the way I approached you as a woman or as a guy. If you like the way when I walked up with you and I told you like, hey yo, bro, I'm trying to do this on campus. Like, can you show me this? Can you show me that? And you might even felt at the moment like, who is this guy? Like, what are you talking about? I ain't trying to do that. Like I said, cause you a young man and you living in a whole different reality right now. You still on the basket, you still on in the sports. Like I used to play basketball, and I would have felt the same way if some older, you know what I'm saying, walked up on me and was like, bro, I'm trying to. It's weird, right? You coming from left field for real, but you know, one thing I learned about social interactions, like when people know you, they know you. So I'm like desensitized to being weird. I don't care if I look weird at first because I know that within a couple days or weeks or months, you're gonna realize whether he's weird or not, or whether I'm getting weird from him or not. Is not it doesn't matter because the amount of value he's gonna add to my life or that he's gonna have while I watch him on his story or on the thing is this. The goal is to not meet anybody, Matt. That's it. Cause I could go right back to campus, or I could go to uh, this other colleges in my state. I mean, in my even in the city, it's always a couple colleges. You know, one, two, or three, or four, maybe even four sometimes. But like, you all gotta do is Google colleges near me. As a YouTuber, you could pull up, and some of them are private. You can't go. That's why I got kicked off of the one down there because it was a private college. I never knew that. But you go to the colleges that's not private. Oh, you in there? You can walk on the campus. You can go in the dorms. You know it's lit. And so as a YouTuber, that's mad access to like, especially for like not me as a guy is like it's nothing but college women all over the place. It's like that's what the algorithm want to see as far as when it comes to like public interviews and like yeah, da da da. Like, would you date a guy like me? Rate me 1 through 10. Da da. These type of things. Come on, man, we could do that. But see, with me, I'm looking for a wingman, like low key, like low key. I'm looking for a wingman for that type of deal. If I'm gonna do that, cause I already be talking to women already. I already got women away from that. So if I'm gonna go out here in this field and go into a college, see, I only went to this college because it was right down the street. But like, if I'm gonna do it, like at the other ones, it's like okay, I might just you feel me want somebody to pull up, at least record me while I hold the microphone or whatever. But other than that, you can easily. I got game with this. You could easily type in on your phone. Colleges near me. I'm gonna do it right now. Colleges near me. And I already got a couple friends that's in college right now, so I could even go that route. But if I wanted to just do it like this, I could type in colleges near me, and it's showing me right now. One over here, one right there, and here's the thing. When you look at the colleges, it's like you can pull up, and whatever college is gonna let you walk on. Whatever college is gonna let you walk on, you do it. But see, this is why I'm trying to get a job and get a scooter because, to be honest, it's like I don't want to, like you said, take the city bus, and I don't want to ask nobody for a ride. Everything is funner and better when it's just you. I know that the universe bless me so much when I leave people out of my plans and I just do it. Everything works for me. The whole world works for me, and I just go. Like, I just wake up, pull up. on the scooter and just go there and start talking to women. They're like, who is he? They might think I'm creepy. Most of these college chicks, they think that because it's like, I've never seen him before. Where is he coming from? Like, but it's like, look, baby, I'm on YouTube. I'm doing my own thing, but here's the thing. This is where you use the mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, like, I had to stop by, you feel me? Classes in session, you feel me? But I'm just saying, like, they don't know. They don't know how you about to get the W this year, Matt. Cause look, they don't know. A lot of people don't know that your next move. They don't know your next move. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. A lot of people don't know your next move, and because they don't know your next move, it collapses their plans as Satanists. They don't understand that there's nothing that they're going to be able to do because they can't predict what God's going to do. Because when you're in the dark, you can't see the light. And when you're in the light, you can't see the dark. So what they want to do is they want to talk you into getting on the dark side so that they can just devour you in the dark. But see, because we prayed up, Miss Matt, because we are prayed up, because we are sure of ourselves and who we abide by on this universe, it's like they can't stop it. Because God's going to restore everything they try to take from us every time. So it's like, how can they take it all? They did enough. You know what I'm saying? It's time for repercussion. You know what I'm saying? It's time for repercussions because God's going to bless us with not only a fresh start and a new start, but God is going to elevate us to such a way where we don't forget how to ever get back. When things go wrong, because in life, things will never stay just perfect all the time. But see, God going to show us that, okay, look, this is the elevator. This is how you elevate. This is how you elevate. Every time. See, most people, the reason why they don't last is because they forget God. They forget God. What's going on, 25? We just talking about God and how God is always going to supply us with nothing but pure love, and He's going to restore every time. You know, like, I'm not into running to God just for like, oh, my lights is cut off, let me run to God, or oh, I'm having God. We gotta make God the foundation. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they're always trying to finesse. So it's an everyday thing. You can't just do it sometimes. Like with me, sometimes I'll be on some sometimey stuff with God because life be so real that it forces me to do that, to ping pong, right? But we gotta stay solid in the word of God. You feel what I'm saying? We have to prioritize our life and know what comes first and what comes last. Understanding is not easy. Understanding that understanding is not easy for real. Understanding balance, for real. A lot of people don't understand balance because how could you understand balance when society wants to keep you out of balance? Because a person with no balance is an unhealthy person. So a lot of people stuck between the rock and the hard place. Do I try to do it myself or do I try to lean on God? And that's the dilemma of the 98%. It's like, do I lean on God or do? But you say you want supernatural blessings, but you just want to do it yourself. But you're not supernatural. God is. You feel what I'm saying? He's supernatural. So it's like how you gonna, like, me and Matt was talking about this like yesterday, like about being just praying, like sometimes I be feeling like I don't know what to say when I pray, but it's like low key, I gotta tighten that up because it's like I want to be able to do it all the time without feeling like I'm just choppy with it. Like I want to be able to feel like I'm just able to just chime in with it and just vibe out. Shout out to Fabiana. She has been. I haven't seen her. I mean, she's been on IG and she's been talking about God a lot. And yeah, she's gonna come back on soon. She's gonna have it back on because I'm curious to see certain things because we talk about some of the same topics, but I kind of want to talk to her about her journey with God right now. Where's she at today? Where's she at right now? Because I look at her post on her story and it makes me think like, okay, like we talked about this last time, but like, how do you feel about? I want to question certain topics pertaining to God. Like, Nat, are you still here? Because I'm gonna ask you something. And I ask questions that be kind of hard to answer on purpose. So like I was kind of doing that when Fabiano was here last time, but I was kind of doing that when she was here last time. But it's like I gotta kind of do that, and I think that's a beautiful way to like not only test women but like see like how serious they are about God because one thing's for sure, I trust. Here's the thing, like I trust women to a certain extent, but the women that attracts around and near me, I feel like they have an edge automatically over women who are not around me. Most people live their life ungrateful for what's near them, and they live their life grateful for what's out there. But when women near me, they come near me or around me. Maybe I meet a girl in my neighborhood, maybe wherever is around, whatever you want to pertain that to. I believe in testing the women. Not testing them because you're an a-hole, but testing them to see if what type of woman are you? If you're saying you're into God, then let's ask some questions that challenge the connectivity. Because I'm a firm believer that everybody's connectivity with source is different. We always looking at the woman as men. We're always saying, hey, why is she like this? Why is she like that? But we're never looking at we're never looking at the belief, and we're never looking at what she's connected to. We're always judging the woman as just a woman, as which is just like a regular human being that makes mistakes, obviously, right? But if you ask deeper spiritual questions or emotional questions or questions that have to do with integrity or dignity, then it's easier to make sure that who you're talking to is real deal. Like, so if I'm into church, or if somebody asks me, how often do you pray? Then that is a psychological question because if you're into church, then where's your prayer life, right? So, um, credibility is a thing, even as YouTubers. Like, no one's gonna watch your channel if you're not really what you say you are. I'm not saying I don't trust that people are what they are, because I do trust that people are what they are. But what I'm saying is that It's not me questioning if you are what you are. It's me questioning to know, like, okay, why do people do the things they do? That's really what I'm interested in. That's what my whole channel is even about to begin with. That's what it really is about to begin with, because I need to know what it is. What is it and what it ain't? Because here's the thing. With me, yes, I do believe in God to a certain extent. But in the same token, I'm not gonna head into anything. Uh, I'm not about wasting my time. And that kind of is like a reverse. It's like a backhanded compliment to God. Because it's like, on one hand, he could take that offensive, but on the other hand, he could take that like, uh, I understand that. Which God isn't really, you wouldn't know with that, right? You wouldn't know. But obviously, God wants you to have faith, and faith requires belief in what you cannot see. So that leaves you in the dark a lot of the time. I feel like it's always better to talk to people who are more into church and into God than you, because these people will not only lift you up, but they'll give you some game, and they'll help you to motivate you to want to be more into God. Other than that, it's like you're not connected to anything. You just want to be down with God, but you're not connected to the people of God either. So it's like that not connected feeling can not only disturb you, but it can feel like wasted time, which can not only disturb you, but it can almost I feel like in a metaphysical way, it could push you away from God. Most people, they think that, hey, why can't I really be tied in with God? But they don't understand metaphysics. Like, meta meaning it's not really physical. It's just you feel it can feel as if something's magnetically pushing you away from God. So most people trying to get close to God, but they don't really understand metaphysics, so they don't know why it's like, why does it seem like I'm on a treadmill with God? That's not even realistic, because that's the last person you want to be on a treadmill with. You want to be solid with God, right? And if you want to be solid with God, that means your inner beliefs have to be lined up with factual things that have to do with His foundation. So when I'm talking to people who believe in Him, right? Because the only people I knew who believed in Him was my grandparents, my mom, and da 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 da. But a lot of people, they believe in Him, but they still curse. They believe in Him, but my grandparents don't. So they're credible. But I'm just saying, what I see people could do, it's so easy to not live a full life of something. Like, I know a lot of people, they go to church one time, they think they're baptized with God. Yeah, I got faith, I believe in Him, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just feel like they don't gotta do nothing, but they still gonna be tied in all the time. Like, and that, I understand that, but on the same token, you're not necessarily getting closer to it. You're staying stagnated, and you're making it seem like you're staying stagnant, but you're making it seem like you're staying stagnant in the physical realm, meaning you're not really doing much of anything. But then you're like waiting for God to just like give you some magical pill so you feel like you're better, but it's like not knowing if you really put in more work with God or whatever your belief is, you might feel better overall as a unit rather than just church goer. Like, you might feel like an actual human that can contribute to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I be in the churches, I be doing this, I have a family, and we all go on Sunday, and we all, you gotta be, I feel like anything you do is better to be really, um, sure about it. Too often nowadays, I see people that's not really sure about things. I see it all the time, and I'm tired of it. It be with me too, though, with God. It's like, bro, I know I want to see about it, But what is that thing that's pushing you away at the same time? What is that? And I know it's not me because that don't make sense. I'm going towards me, but it's like it's nothing really sticking the right way. And I know also like the circumstances that I live in also can it could cook a situation up where I feel discouraged too. Like if God loved me, why would He let me suffer? You know that's easy to feel, not easy to say. We won't say it. We'll rather stay silent and say, "Oh, I know God got me," but your emotions though feel that, right? That abandonment of the real Jesus. Like, why am I going through all this? If God is real, then now you're confused. Now you don't understand no more. You were just reading something and it was talking to you the right way, but now you don't understand no more. Now you got the spirit of confusion. So don't think that church can't be weaponized against you and God can't be weaponized. Just like narcissism, God can be weaponized just the same type of ways if you're not really on that for real. A lot of people be 50%, 70% on it, and they don't realize that that's just as bad or worse than being 0%. Because being 100% or 90 of these, that make it to where you actually feel tapped in. You actually tapped in, right? Having community matters. A lot of people act like it don't. It really do, from what I see and on planet Earth. Like when you got people who ride for you or who count you in. Hey, I'm about to go to the movies. I'm counting blood in, right? These things talk to your soul because that's just the science, the chemistry. Like they talk to your soul, but a lot of times we feel isolated out here. A lot of times we feel alone out here. And because of that, that also is another thing that can snip your wings in this world. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool, right? You want community, you want camaraderie because at the end of the day, that's how you're going to know, right? That's how you're going to know. For me, I know regardless because I force myself to say, okay, whether I'm alone or with people, I'm pushing. But I know that, okay, at the same time, it's still healthier to be with a group, with group chats, have, group chats, even if you're online or through the phone or technology, it's cool to have community because it just is. It's healthy. It's healthy. It's healthy. I can't argue that. It's healthy. So sometimes I just want to be alone, but sometimes you got to be with the wolves or you got to be with the tribe or whatever. You got to be with the tribe. And a lot of people don't understand the science behind it. The science behind being seen and being heard. It's a science. And sometimes you can't even love the people you love the most the way you want to love them because you spend too much time around them because you have no tribe. You have no tribe, messes up everything. You need to be able to have a tribe, a community, because or pot, what do you call it, social circles, or pod, whatever. Because you're out there working out or going to church, whatever you're doing, when you finally get around a family member, you ain't trying to argue, bro. You're like, bro, like, I don't even see you like that, but when you around them every day, it's like that. So I'm probably gonna end this video. Uh, Shout out to 2 viewers. In here. And yeah, what time is it? Going on 3 o'clock. It's 2:30. I'm about to go on my Snapchat real quick and see. I didn't know the right road back. Got 2 unopened messages. And I ain't got no tape, so I can't really move in with nobody right now. Anyway, I gotta keep focusing on this money for real. And I feel like I'm gonna get a job. To be honest. I feel like I'm gonna get a job. To be honest. And if I don't get that, either way, I'm gonna try to get a I'm gonna try to buy a moped. I got like $700. I'm gonna try to buy a moped. And nah, but if I get a moped, I'm certainly gonna try to get a like if I get the moped first, I'm certainly gonna try to get a job. If I get the job first, then I might just like I forgot I had $700, but it's on the check. So when I get my ID, I can cash that, and then I can just go get a scooter off of it. And I'm telling you, if that play that I'm talking about play out, y'all gonna get a lot more content, and it's gonna be just like I like this content when I'm sitting still and chopping it up, but y'all gonna get content of just like y'all just gonna get different type of content. Like, more like you're gonna see a lot more women probably in my group, a lot more dates. You're gonna see more of my dating coach side for sure. Y'all gonna see more social circle, like more me with the homie, more working out, going to the gym. Um, but once I get a scooter, what I'm gonna really end up doing is I'm going to like start this scooter process of like not only knowing like other people who ride scooters, but just like knowing that and knowing about people who ride scooters and like knowing meeting new people because it's like here's the thing that I learned with life. Whenever you find something you like to do or something that you admire that is good for your lifestyle, it's smart to come up with groups or maybe group chats or find like people who do the things you do on Facebook groups or whatever, wherever you can find it. Because people who know about the type of transportation that you ride on, them people can, it helps. It supports you being able to stay in tune with how to even get another one if you mess yours up, or because I found out about life like I realized like if you just get a scooter, say it breaks, or say something happened to it, like you're officially screwed, like you're officially going back to square one. But if you know people and you're communicative, and it's a lot of auto places around here, right? But like I'm saying, if you're communicative, you knowing that type of time, then it's easier to like keep what you got up and running, or be tapped in about how to not quit when things get bad with it. Like you want to be able to fix it. You want to be able to stay in transportation mode. Like you want to be able to always stay with a form of transportation, like all for the rest of your life. So whenever you don't got that, and you don't got gas money, and you don't like things could be like tarnished. For real. Like, things could be bad for you. Like you gotta always know what you're doing. For real. And I want to end this video because I love scooters. I love the motor scooters. I love that thing. Especially in the summer. It's the summertime, but like when it start raining and all that other stuff, I'll be like, man, it's Uber time. Man. When it's raining and snowing, not really so much raining, but snowing, it's Uber time. Not even, because it's just snowing. gotta be smart, man. You gotta be moving away, you know. I'm sitting here talking to myself, and there's two people in here. Nobody's saying nothing, and I'm just sitting here, bro. Let me see what bro said for bro. Oh, that's fine. I know a bit about stocks. I used to run e-commerce back in 2009, but then I stopped. I rate that though. That's super valid, bro. I don't even know what we was last talking about. Cause I wrote bro. Well, bro wrote me on Saturday. That was a minute ago. And I wrote bro on August 11th. What I say? I said if you in school, I do YouTube. Let me see, that's fire. I'm trying to get on this 4X. Oh, now you here? I was going through this. I ain't feeling this young right now. Like, I don't know what it be, but like, bro, I don't be feeling like sometimes like right now I'm writing people back on Snapchat, but it's like the type of situation I've been in for the last like 4 or 5 years, like a little bit, but like now you know how it is when you got a plan in your mind and you like, man, I can't wait to see this fall through, like, cause it gives like I don't know if it is or ain't at that point. You said they miss you. Who you talking about? I need to write this shorty back on Facebook, bro. She lives literally like across the street from me. She lives literally right there right now. Like, I think she got a kid there. Type of. I mean, if you live that close, like, cause I got her on Facebook right now, but I'm looking to see what's going on with that. If you live too close or not, you know. Um, nah, not this online stuff be crazy. Cause it's like you meeting people far distance, like you know we grew up and we was in like around the time when Pretty Ricky and them was out, and like Bow Wow and then like we would just go outside. Like that was our online. Like then Facebook came, the first thing. Facebook was the first thing that changed the paradigm. But before Facebook, we was all just outside. Like so, the dynamics changed extremely. Like my niece and nephew growing up in this era where it's all about being online. So I ain't gonna lie, my nephew pretty social because we got friends that he be like hitting the mall and doing certain stuff. So big ups to my nephew, man. My nephew, that guy. You don't like kids? Ain't that I don't like him. You feel me? It's like for me, it's like this. It's like I'm still finding myself with the dating world for real. Like I'm still creating I'm still becoming the best version of me with the dating. Like so like most of the girls I run into that's I ain't gonna lie, the other shorty that I'm talking to too got a kid too. That live on that live over on this side. And that's why I told her to come through today and she was like, she got nobody, no babysitter. It's better for on the weekend type deal. So like, as far as living together with a woman who got a kid, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you're meeting, if we're vibing, right? If we're vibing, and I don't feel like you're going like I can't live with just anybody. But as far as just being a chick that we we uh we have interactions with one another, like we have encounters, you know what I'm saying? Like you can have a kid. You can have a kid. Sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So now I'm not anti the kid thing, you feel me? I already know when you're out here talking to women, a portion of them gonna have a kid. So it's like I was taught not to even like not to never make that a weird thing. I'm saying I was taught to never make that a weird thing. Most of these guys nowadays they make that man, she not even all that and she's a single mother, so da 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 da. That's like the new insult, I guess, towards women, but for me that's not never been an insult. In a way, like I see how you can use that to leverage your confidence back after being rejected, but like for me, like nah, because it's like my mentor always break that in our head, like, hey yo, like if you a weirdo, who said she even wants you around her son in the first place? So a lot of guys are doing that or covering that up, but they really weird. So it's like you're saying that to the single mother as a defense mechanism. You feel stupid, but like, so you think you deserve to hit it, or you trying to lower her because she had a kid, and it's like that don't work because it's like you can't compensate for the lack of a man that you are by talking about her kids. Like it just doesn't. It's just not manly at all. What you can do, like I guess some people that's their way of getting the girl by talking crap like that. But like that's just not me, bro. I just don't care. You feel me? I'm just not even paying attention to Lil Bobby. You feel me? Like, but Lil Bobby doing none of my business. He probably just want to play some video games. Like, I used to play video games. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to have boyfriends, and I was Lil Bobby at one time too. So, you know what I'm saying? He really in his own world. So it's like you're gonna have to be a bitch ass nigga for you to even pay attention to Lil Bobby like that. Excuse my French. So that's for me. It's like this. Me and your mom got something going on, and that don't got nothing to do with you, Bob. So for me, it's like I'm just gonna make your mom happy. That's all. Either way it go, I'm a real one. So if you got a question, I'll chime you in on some topics. But of course, I'm trying to make my own kids for sure. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not right now, but like, yeah. You feel me? I'm a grown man, so of course I'm trying to set up the legacy and everything like that. So I got nothing against kids at all. Nah, not at all. I got a niece and a nephew, and I feel like I love them like they're my kids more than you know. I don't know. I always been kind of good with kids because I'm not a scary guy. Kids don't feel scared of me. Like I'm not no super. I'm not an asshole. So they don't feel scared of me. They just be able to chill, play the game. I got a little cousin and stuff. I used to babysit when I was a little younger, and like they like me. Like you feel me? Cause when they're my little cousins, of course they gonna like me. But it's like I could tell they actually took a certain form of like appreciation. Like yo, he's really not an asshole. He's really just chilling. Like I'm like the most coolest. Cause I don't got nothing. What can a kid do wrong? Like I said, there's nothing but untapped potential. They just going. The world is the wrong. Is the game's gonna do anything corrupt. But, so for me, I just be like, man, look, y'all can play the game, do whatever y'all want. They might actually. My little cousin used to keep asking me to play the game with him. Play the game, play the game. It's like I think I'm kind of good with you for the type of spirit I got. It's like free spirit type. I'm not. Uh, I'm not too like I can explain the word. I'm not trying to be intimidating. I'm not trying to do something I'm not. But yeah, nah, I just get like that and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's crazy like that. You know? Three viewers, what's going on, everybody? probably nothing waiting for that. Nah, but Nat, you still here? I forgot what day it was last week. I think it was like Saturday. Okay, I think like Saturday. I don't know what day it was last week, but I was outside the day I went to the day I had went to the college. Um, I think it was last week. Then I got some free food from the No, I know today's Friday. I think yeah, today's Friday. I was talking about I had met somebody walking home from the college this way. I'm walking home and I run into this random woman talking to me for like literally we talked for like an hour. Literally, uh, I didn't throw it in the video though because like it was a little weird. Like why I run into a random woman and she just talking to me like because she was looking at me as I'm walking by her and she's like waving at me. I'm like, okay, let me just open up conversation with her. You feel me? I'm already by my crib. I find out she lives right there, like on near the corner of my house. And I just met a girl that work at McDonald's who lives literally in the same apartment. And I'm like, okay, so I'm starting to finally run into people who live in these apartments that I never ever see anybody coming out of. Like if I walk by them right now, you'll see a couple lights on. But for some reason, you will never catch people walking out these apartments. So, uh, yo, what was I about to say, bro? That's so crazy, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Crazy, bro. Forgot what I was about to say. She had gave me her name though. I ended up going to a party that night. I think that's what I was about to say. After I had left from the I talked to her for an hour. Then she ended up telling me in the conversation, "Oh, I met a Jamaican guy. Da da da." Invited me because I asked her, "Where you going?" She's like, "Oh, I met a Jamaican guy. He invited me to a party." I'm like, "Tonight?" She's like, "Yeah." So I end up because our conversation just was just so sticky. I couldn't get away from it. Like I ended up walking with her down the street and then walking with her all the way to the party. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna walk with her. She just got a man in Cuba or something anyway, like but I'm just like I met an older woman, she lived near me, let me keep talking to her, right? So she says she going to a party. I'm like, okay, I was randomly on my way home. I live down the street, I might as well walk with you, so I'm walking with her. We walk all the way down the street, past all these stores and stuff, on like the main street, and like we finally arrive. It's all Jamaican. Like it's like not all Jamaican, but a lot of Jamaican people at this party, like hosted by Jamaicans and everything. So I haven't been on a party scene in a while, so I'm looking at this young, I'm like, this young kind of thorough, like, cause it's like it's an all white party, like clothes, all white clothes, and it's like a lot of women. I've noticed this is like the scene is just right. So like whole time it's crazy because like if you're in the right spot at the right time, it's like you find yourself just randomly getting into stuff like and it's like on one hand you want to be careful whatever, grab your mace, grab your knife, grab your weapon, whatever. But same time it's like um now I really don't remember why I brought this topic up, but
I just wanted to talk about like how that Friday was kind of thorough. Whatever day it was, that day was kind of dope to me because it was like it was just different. Like it was just different. Like can't even explain what I was trying to say though, but it was just like it really was thorough. And no, I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie. She had gave me her name though. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I think I didn't want to write her on Facebook. I was like, no, I'm not writing her on Facebook because she was a little weird to me at first. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the whole time she was a little sketchy to me. Like, a little sketchy type deal. Like. But when I found out we really pulled up at the party and she was not lying to me about the party, it was like, okay, well, she really, like, low key, was really probably just bored. She probably an older woman who was just want to talk to me, like, um, so we had a good conversation, but, like, when we got to the party, it was like, I was just talking to women that I've seen, like, I think it's on this phone that I had saved her name, though. Cause I was about to request her on Facebook, maybe. Just because it's like, when you meet people, it's like you kind of do want to, like, the thing about it, I feel like she older than me. She was into more spiritual. Like it seemed like she was a little bit into other stuff. I don't know. Like I don't want to like. I'm a little scared of her when it comes to that. But she was cool for the most part, and it's like she lived right there. So it's like in one way, requesting her on Facebook might be a smart move because like I don't know. It's like I ran into her, but it's like I don't know. I might just let it go. I might let it go. 'Cause it was a weird vibe. A little bit. It was a little weird. That was a weird vibe. What you mean? I was thinking about asking you, do you want to be in like a group chat type deal with like maybe it could be me, you, and Fabiana or something. I don't know, but like because we're all in different like locations. She's in Cali or Chicago, and I'm in CT. Is like I don't even think that it'd be weird for me. That's why I said this internet phase is weirder than when we was younger. We would just we're who. You know what I'm saying? Fabiana is minding her business. She like right now she probably asleep or something. But I'm saying like I could set that up if cause for me it's like I'm into God and in the church, but sometimes I be wanting a little motivation with it. Like I be wanting a little like things are easier when you got groups. You feel me? Like yeah, so you can just inbox me your number on Instagram and we could go from there. And we could call it whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so just inbox me on Instagram and you could please send me a title too for the group chat. I don't got her number yet, but we could just start with me and you anyway. At the end of the day, uh, I think she's gonna be down for it. But then again, you never know. So it's like with her, I know she an individual, we individuals. So I don't know. We just at the end of the day, I'm trying to just put something together because no matter who's in it, I feel like it's the right move overall. Her YouTube is she got I think if you type in think it's like adulting with five. Adulting with five. I think adult. Let me see. I know I could find it. But I follow her on Instagram, and she talks a lot of about God. She talks a lot about God. So it's like I'm trying to find her YouTube, but I don't think yeah, I'll probably just send it to you. Her Instagram is just Fabiana. That's the crazy part. But if you go to my friends, go to my click on my friends, and then type in the search thing Fabiana, FAB. I think it's EIN or IENA. I'm not sure. I can't really think of it right now, but either way it go, once you text me or whatever, I could easily send it to you that way. Either way it go, it's gonna be good. But every time I feel like group chats are its own thing, and I feel like it's important that we also like I said, it's a little weird because we all in like different states. That's the only thing. But we all do YouTube. We all do social media. And we all have the same form of we all going the same way as far as like our beliefs go. So it's like okay, yeah, that's her right there, and I'm gonna have to ask her like if she wanna be in the group chat, but like I said, the fact that we're all in different cities is the only thing that could make it even a little bit hilarious. Nah, that's not my girlfriend, but I feel like you never know what the future might do, you feel me? But nah, that's not my girl type thing, but she cool people. She cool people though. Yeah, she cool people. You feel me? I'm P, like I'm P. I don't think that I think that it's not really I don't think I will settle down, but it's like for me it's like I can't really why you say that? Like I got aspirations that also just have to do with me just bossing up. Like so I don't be too pressed for like to hop in a relationship. I'm like hilarious. Nah, I think it's funny every time you do something like that. It's funny, like I guess you know the secret, but I feel like smiling is maybe smiling do give away certain things, but I feel like that topic in general is a funny topic. But the smile might give away certain things. If he's smiling, that means it's true type thing. But no, I think she cool for sure. Like she solid, you think? Yeah, nah, ain't nothing wrong with smiling. I just feel like I'm too P at this point in my life. Like I, it's like timing be bad with me. Whenever it's a girl who I feel like is a solid one, I'm probably at a point in my life of self like I'm like on a self journey. Like I'm like it's all like I had a girl in like high school that I missed. I don't miss her, but to this day I know that she was like she's dead my type. But like I met her in middle school and then we got together in high school. And she was like 100% my type. But I was so like young and just like I ain't even like I just broke up with her like for no reason. Like we ain't last but like for a couple of days I just broke up with her. Hit who up? I can't hit her up. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause I'm in grind mode. I can't hit her up. I think she got somebody too. So like certain people you gotta let them see you. You gotta let them see you really man it. Cause she remembered me as a high schooler, so it's like I gotta let her see me really winning. Like with her, it's like that because I just could tell. I know I know what type of energy she having right now. It's like she trying to woman it up. She trying to be growed up and stuff. So am I. So it's like, bro, I trust the surplus of women that I'm gonna have. I'm gonna be able to pick something solid. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I know how to talk to women now. Like when I was younger, I'd just be like a little quiet type deal, but now I'm learning a little bit how to be a little bit more smooth. So it's like, okay, like the name of the game is just to be able to pick the woman you really want, like out of the out of the few. But when you don't know what you're doing, it's like the women are picking you, and when that's happening, it's like you're probably gonna have a bad trip. You know what I'm saying? You just can't go like that. Like, yeah, you're gonna pursue some women, but you're probably gonna mess it up because you're pursuing out of thirst or out of let me lock this down because I don't gotta you don't ever want to move out of um like lack like even with Shorty I was dating like she was she was some she looking better today too but she was always some cute solid but solid type thing but no she's just my type you feel me? That's all it be like that you somebody type but it's like at the end of the day we here today everything we doing today and the women I'm talking to today they treat me right so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? That's the best remedy for looking back in the past at all. See, most people, the past mess them up because they look back and they really be like, "Damn, I don't got shit right now." So I'm popped. So I'm about to really just feel crazy. Nah, I could call something right now. I could call something. I could make a play right now, and literally just my night could be pleased. But like for me, it's like I'm like, man, listen, I'm really trying to grind. I'm really trying to be a better person. That's like I'm trying to upgrade my like I'm trying to be more of just a better person. Like I'm on a whole journey, so it's like the journey is more beautiful than the women. Sometimes, like, cause it's like sometimes you like, nah, I need to be cuddling or something like that. But nah, like when you really on the grind, it's like, man, listen, man, it's more of a man. It's more of a man to prioritize certain things over that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I really when my bag get right, when the money come, or when the scooter comes, I don't even need the money yet. I need the money to fill up the gas tank for the scooter, but that I could finesse that. I could finesse that part of it. I get a scooter. I got a cash app right now. Right, got a cash app right now. Um, what I do when I get the scooter is get a temp job. Get a temp job. Work there for 1 week. You're gonna have one paycheck, or maybe you gotta work a week in a whole. You get a paycheck. You get that paycheck. Now you got a scooter and you got a 300 or 400 or whatever, 500 or whatever, maybe $600 check, whatever. You officially broke the system or broke yourself back in. You did it. You know what I'm saying? You're there. All you got to do is continue to eat healthy and learn how to invest your money. So open up a bank account or get a credit card. I'm telling you the whole playbook that I'm about to formulate, cook up. Get a credit card, buy some white tees, buy some underwear, socks. Um, when you get off work, don't go to your mom's house ever again. Nah. Now you could go to sleep. That's it though. You go to your mom's house just to go to sleep. But there's nothing here for me. There's nothing here for me. But I tell you what, the women that I'm talking to is where it ties in that you go chill at either a hotel and that I'm just saying what's coming to my mind. I haven't even written up the playbook though, for this part of it yet. But after work, you should hang at a female crib, or either that, or me. I'm the type. I'll go to my homie crib, chill, play the game, order some food, go to the gym. But see, you don't want to go to your homie crib every day after work. Like that's not the move. So you gotta mix it up. You gotta mix your schedule up. And I'm the type of person, if I work, I don't even really feel like going to nothing, even like no parties or no events or none of that. I'm probably when you really working, you just wanna just go to sleep or come home and chill until the next. Like, you don't wanna. This is why I don't like work. Like, I like to work, but I like to do the type of work that we do already. I don't like that 9 to 5 work. Like, I'm really anti that junk for real. Like, I'm really anti that junk. Like, honestly speaking. But let me tell you, Matt, they take your first check, you put it in the bank, but then you work for that second check. Now, the second check is meant for what? The second check is set up for you to do this. Second check, you take a percentage of it and you put it in the savings too, but then you take the other percent and then you put some in another, you put some away for gas for the scooter. But then you also take another portion of the money, and what you do with that is that you invest in your side hustle. It's called leveraging. You're gonna leverage. So you're gonna take your check and you're gonna leverage. So maybe you want to invest in when it comes to side hustles, your YouTube, and it would be, for me, I got this vegan thing that I'm trying to start. For you, it would be doing hair. So it would be like maybe promotion from somebody who could promote what you do and get you more customers. like especially on YouTube, like we could find somebody and tell them, hey, I got $25, $30. Can you promote some YouTuber who already bigger than us? If we DM them and be like, can you promote this for this amount? They'll probably take the money and just get you that, promote your channel on a channel, and then you gonna see mad random subscribers coming to you. Like, so it's like that would be if I did that last week. This live would be way more active off of that one move. So that show you how, like what Shorty said earlier, it take money to make money. That's leveraging. You took the job, and the job gave you that little advance. Took that money, you put some here, put some there. No gas money, put some in the saving, and then you take the rest and you straight push your side hustles like this. You gotta work them side hustles first, cause it's like something about the side hustles is like that's the base of your financial world. Like everything else, your career, you can't do nothing about that yet. If we're in school or whatever, you can't really do nothing about the career part yet, so you could X that out for now. Job, jobs is easy because once you got one, you're kind of in the door with jobs. But maybe for people who want 2 jobs or 3 jobs, all you got to do is define what type of jobs you want. But the jobs is the heart of the financial thing because they just the easiest and the quickest paychecks you're gonna get. Period. Like it took we 2 years in on YouTube. It took us forever, but it's gonna pay off. But like when you go get a job, especially you go to a temp agency, you about to get that check on Friday. You're gonna put in some work for that money, but when you get the money, it's gonna actually be a lump sum of money. You're gonna be like, okay, bet. So it's like the name of the game is to preserve your health while you get the bag. Stay out the way and work and make it make sense. Everything else it's gonna be little tests in a way, little things that's gonna try to bother, but it's the crazy part is like if you busy, nobody can't really bother you because it's like first thing first, you gotta know how to stack. Stacking money is antiseptic to people trying to get in your life that don't belong in your life. See, the number one thing stop your money is people getting in your life that don't belong in your life. But stacking and knowing how to save is antiseptic because when you got a saving strategy for finances, first of all, now you're in the game, and now what you want to do is you want to learn about housing in apartments and stuff like that. This is where talking to women really helps. Young men don't know how to talk to women, they screw their life up that way. But you know how to talk to women because women are also, if you really want to dive in psychologically to it, a lot of women out here looking for help. And a lot of women out here looking for somebody who's either going to bring some money to the table or at least cook something at night, or they looking for somebody to fill a role. And guys don't even know that. Or they know it, but they don't really care. But either way it go, they couldn't probably pull it off if they did care. They couldn't pull it off if they did care because they don't know how to treat a woman. So even if they did fill the role gonna succumb to his wounds. What you mean? I feel like, for me, from my perspective, I don't know a woman who won't let me. I don't know a woman who won't let me go half on the rent. Like you saving more money, and you going half on your rent. And the thing about me that's so special is I don't even gotta sleep in the same bed as you, but you gonna want me to. So how can you beat that? And then another thing that if it ain't like that, say no women ain't messing with you. Say they all like no. I'm good. I'm an independent woman. It's an app called Roomies. Go on Roomies, and Roomies gonna get you right. You're gonna be able to find a roommate quickly. Not it ain't gonna be overnight, but it's gonna be a couple days. But you're gonna get somebody gonna hit you up. I already had people hit me back, and I ain't even had a job. I was on there like last year. I ain't even have a job, but I knew how to talk and how to set stuff up. But I ain't had no money yet. But I'm a great salesman, so I can make people. I knew how to talk, but like when you got money and you know how to talk, or you at least got a standard job, then you're automatically. This is what I'm saying, that like people don't really gotta be looking for it, but if you throw up the idea in their face, like and you say it the right way, then it'll make people succumb to it because it's like, well, like if say I'm working and I got my own apartment. Now you're right though, Nat, because I might even just say no just because I don't want nobody living with me. So in that regard, you're completely right because I am like that. But it's like if it's a girl who I'll try it, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Nine times out of ten, if you work for your stuff, you really don't really you'll pay the extra money to have your own. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, after what I've been through, I just want my own little. I'll take it like a studio apartment. If it's just me, I'm cool. I don't even need no company. I'll invite a girl over when I want some company. That's it. But see, what I'm trying to say is this: is that may be the move, but that's not the only move on the chessboard, right? I look at all the moves and I look at what people be doing, and I be like, man, what's the move that's really the power play? What's the move that's really the power play? And a lot of times you don't know it because you haven't been there and been doing it. But I'm talking too much, man. I'm about to go to sleep, man. But not only am I about to go to sleep, but I'm about to lay down like how I did yesterday. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not. I ain't gonna lie, like I'm gonna lay down. I'm not. I don't necessarily have to get off right now. But I'm about to do something. Ms. Nat, can you hear me right now? You hear me now? Can you hear me now? Nah, I low key had to eat something like I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Chef Will in the building. I'm a whole chef over here, you feel me? I'm a whole chef over here. What's going on? It was with the soccer movie for Sea Sock Fire. This live is way too long, isn't it?